YouTube, and of course everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free, and all-customizable ESPN Wisconsin app. I am Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse J. Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And live from God's country, it's like home even though I've never lived there. It is Mark Tauscher, the Packers Hall of Famer. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
What does that mean? I'm doing great, Jason. How are you?
I'm
Nice light.
Is that bright?
Is the iPad on the floor?
No, I've set up. It's not the easiest thing here. I'm at a hotel. It's early here, and I'm going to tinker with a couple things. I thought this is the most comfortable chair, so I'm kind of sitting back and
That's important, no doubt.
It is, but I think I'm going to have to go with the more uncomfortable chair, upright. So I'll figure things out as we go here. But
your head looks so tiny.
It does. It looks like you're. It looks like you're standing in front of a tall building. The way the curtains are hanging, it's like you're standing in front of a tall building and you're like taking the picture up. But let me stop what we're doing here. I'm stopping this right now.
Okay.
We're happy to have you.
Thanks.
We're very happy to
have
you.
It's nice to hear you because I felt as if Monday, ever since I made that quip about what was the word I used, Jesse? That
we're not. We don't have to relive it.
Forward, not backward.
Yeah. Okay, well let's go forward. But I felt like I triggered you, and you got mad, and we're more than happy. So I'm glad I heard.
Yeah, it worked out. I gotta tell you, it worked out great. It did.
Yeah, timing was good. Corey Lindsley and everything else. So
yeah, he's good. We should see if he's interested in doing a little more work because he was fantastic.
We could defer some conversation to him.
That's the word, defer. Well done.
I do not want to relitigate this.
I know you don't, and I understand why.
Defer on the topic, not allow you speaking right away. But be that as it may.
So. It's been a long, strange trip. I don't know any of the other Grateful Dead lyrics.
I see what you did there, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we finished the game Saturday, and then I had three buddies that came out to the game, and we took a little road trip because we were so close to Bandon Dunes. They don't serve ice cream, so I'm not going to give a ton of props to them. They didn't have any ice cream. And Jason, we're in Eugene because we fly back today. I'm trying to find that pickle place that you mentioned.
Oh.
I don't think we're going to have time to do that, so which is fine. I could go without. But Bandon Dunes, I don't think people fully appreciate. You think coastlines. You think vistas. Mm-hmm. A lot of people think California, right? You got that great Pacific, and you got Malibu, and you got all those great cities on the coast that people want to go. This is untouched, pristine vistas land. I don't know if you're going to Ireland on your trip. I know you're going to Stratfords of Avon. This has all of that. And matter of fact, it's kind of sold as the Ireland of the U.S. from a coastline standpoint. The golf was phenomenal. We walked a ton. My dogs are barking. I need a foot bath Friday tomorrow. All of that, but it was a fantastic trip. We got to play a ton of golf. The rain, we got hit a little bit, but it for the most part held off. So great trip for the boys and I.
So my best friend, who was the best man in our wedding, is obviously an Oregon native. That's where most of my connectivity to Oregon comes from, him and his dad and his stepmom. And so they've played Bandon Dunes a bunch. And for as much as people in Wisconsin rave about Black Wolf Run and everything that we have in Kohler,
yeah,
that's how people out west feel about Bandon Dunes.
Yeah.
Like it is a destination course if you live on the western part of the country. And I'm glad you got to play it because I have heard nothing but incredible rave reviews. But really the most important question, am I breaking 300 at Bandon Dunes?
Yeah, you would.
Okay.
No, you'd be I'll say this. That's where this is genius because, yes, you have all this coastline. You have big, fat bunkers. you're not going to lose many balls. The reason I said at some of these courses you wouldn't break 200 is because of tee shots and ball lossage. That's the thing out here. I think I don't want to get into. I have a caddy issue. Like, I have caddy issues. Some people have daddy issues. Old T's got caddy issues. It's just that's how this thing goes. And so we had caddies for all of it, but yesterday was the last round, and we didn't have caddies. Guess how many balls Old T lost yesterday with no caddies?
0.
1.
Oh, okay.
1. I hit a bad 3-wood into a gorse. You can't find balls in Gorst. Like, you hit into Gorst bushes, it's
What?
over. Like, yeah, Gorst bushes. They're abundant out in Oregon. And matter of fact, the caddy, who my buddy, you guys know Jern, right?
Yeah, we love
He's
Jern.
been my roommate on the trip.
Yeah.
He's up and at 'em running this morning. He is an avid.
It's a good thing that he's an up and at 'em go running guy, because otherwise he'd have to listen to this show when he wants to be sleeping.
Well, I think he kind of, but he got a lesson in gorst bushes from one of the caddies, and he just can't stop talking about gorst. So it goes from being an incredibly prickly, like you can't go into it, to a flowering, beautiful, soft plant. So the gorst, really, there's a lot of comparisons you could make from the Beauty and the Beast to other things. That's what the gorst bush is to golf courses. But
sounds like it was named by the Swedish chef from the Muppets.
Well,
Gorst.
it sounds like it could be a soup, right? Doesn't it kind of sound like a soup?
It does.
But so, anyways, Jason, you would I have not seen you swing. You would break 200 out here. I feel because you're not going to lose a ball, and you can putt from everywhere. The course literally was suited for me to play well, and I didn't play great, but yesterday was my best round, so I finished my golf season off on a high note.
At a beautiful course. I'm sorry. My specialty is asking follow-up questions.
That's not what I heard, but okay.
When you say you've got caddy issues, which ranks toward the top of the list, the juxtaposition of daddy versus caddy issues, one of my favorite lines in the history of the program. What does that mean? Like, you don't trust them? You get bad ones every time? What are the issues you have with your caddies?
So I don't want to say every time. So here's the deal. I probably go into it with false high expectations more than any other profession. I just assume caddies are going to be a lot better. And for whatever reason, all I really want out of a caddy now is to find my ball. Because I literally have my golf partner, Jern, is one of the best green readers I know. And he knows my game. We've played, no doubt, we've played at least 500 rounds of golf together, probably more. And he knows my game. He knows how I baby things. He'll hit something firm. So I want him reading my putts. So I don't even want him reading my putts. And for whatever reason, the guy was a little overzealous, and he didn't read anything correctly. And he never hunted. He never hunted for a ball, not once. So I got irritated. And then the boys and I at dinner had a conversation, and we said, you know what? Why don't you try to go the other way and be like overly, like really nice to this caddy the next day? Because you end up
because you get the same one.
You have the same caddies, yes.
Oh dear.
So the one caddy, I'm not going to get into. Oregon has a different lifestyle in some respects from a cannabis and some of the other things.
What a long, strange
if you know what I mean. Listen, everywhere has gotten more liberal in that regard over the last 30 years, I would argue. And Oregon is probably ahead of the curve on everything other than maybe California, if you get my drift. You guys get my drift?
Oh, I get your drift, bro.
I'm not quite picking it all up yet. Can you outline it a little more clearly for me?
I can't, Jesse, because I want to make sure I'm being respectful. So that day, I literally am being super nice. The guy he still isn't hunting the ball. I lost the ball, but it just wasn't happening. He misreads a couple putts, and I'm still just being the nicest. Oh, good. Bad putt by me, good read by you.
Wait, you did not really say that.
I 1,000% said.
Oh, man.
You want me to get? I'll pull Jern right now and put him on air and have him tell you that it happened.
But when you saying that, like, only an idiot would actually think you meant that.
I can't
do you mean
imagine
only an
you
idiot?
missing a putt with a caddy there and turning around and go, bad putt by me, good read by you.
No, I said good read, I mishit. Good read, I mishit it, is what I said. It wasn't like over the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, that happened. You guys don't have to believe me. And what I found is no edge tee is no good at golf tee. I need an edge. And I think I use the caddy and my misplaced anger or misplaced critique as that little edge that helps me play a little bit better. I don't know if it's worth it, but that is what, after the 6 rounds of golf we played, that's kind of where I came to a consensus on where I'm at. So I think I'm going to just be nice to caddies moving forward. I don't know if it's worth the 3 or 4 strokes that I might get.
So how often do you play with a caddy? Like,
very rarely. Very rarely.
And what is, like, let's take you out of the equation for a minute.
Okay.
Traditionally, what is the expectation for, say, Jern? You know,
okay,
someone other than you who doesn't have, like, baggage with caddies.
So
what is the expectation other than carrying the bag?
So carrying the bag is obviously important because these are long hauls. Like yesterday, I still don't understand this. It's a 6,300-yard course. We were playing from those tees, and we walked, I think, 22,000 steps into, like, 35-mile-an-hour winds. Like, I'm telling you, I couldn't have been more tired last night. But I think the overarching thing is carry the bag, help out with finding balls and reading greens, and then letting you know, especially on a course none of us have ever played here. So, hey, hit it over this spot or put it in this area. That's the general thing that you're looking for from a caddy. You're not looking like, I don't think you're looking for fluff, like the dude with Tiger reading everything. Now, I could be wrong. Jern, what's the one thing you're looking for in a caddy? Yes. Yep.
Read putts, carry bag.
Reading his putts and carrying the bag.
But he's a great putt reader. He doesn't need a great putt reading.
I honestly don't. I think it hurts Jern more than but Gurney's like the nicest guy ever. So he's never going to critique a caddy like I do. And he is a better green reader than most caddies. I'll say that right.
Okay.
But it was a different course and so everything else. So all in all, I think the caddy experience this time around was mixed on my end. But the other boys, they loved it. They had a great time with their caddies. So it was good.
Well, we're thrilled to have you. The folks in the YouTube comments very excited. They appreciate your unique angles on the video stream that you always manage to come up with. I still am partial to wine country.
Yeah.
Your tiny little head behind the very large, apparently, table. So if I just may ask, so your itinerary is you are scheduled to return to the good land of Wisconsin today?
Yes, fingers crossed. We should be home later this afternoon, and that should be again. Why do
you keep saying that like something's gonna go wrong? What are you expecting?
Delays occur.
No, I just want to. I
want to delays.
I want to just take all. I just want to be, of all things, I want to make sure you're dialed into where it is. So in case, flights get delayed, whatever it might be. That's how the world works, Jesse. It's a big world out there.
Are you, if I may, are you driving to Portland and flying out of there? Because Eugene is the smallest airport I've ever flown in and out of, I think.
No, if we would have done that, we would have had to grab a red eye last night, and then I don't think that's a long haul from Bandon. Long haul. This was too. I don't even want. This is the thing I don't even want to get into, and I can't. I will, but so we get done. Okay, I'll get it.
Twist my arm.
Okay. We get done. So we have this plan after we see that the Oregon-Wisconsin game, and my buddy Steve from UW Credit Union is a huge golfer. He planted the seed in my head to go play Bandit. I wouldn't have even thought of it. I would have just flown, in and out. It would have been a normal trip. And I was like, okay, so obviously Jern's my golf guy. So I text Jern. I said, hey, what do you think of this? And he texts back in 30 seconds, I'm in. Let's do it. So then our other two buddies, they come on board. This was like the easiest planned trip of all time, right? And
Sarah didn't even have to do it for you.
No, she did not. So the plan was pretty easy. We were going to either try, depending on what was available, golf first, go to the game. I'd head back, but it worked out that we could play Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. What is today, Wednesday or Thursday? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today's Thursday, we fly back. Perfect, right?
Right. Badgers with a bye.
The boys come to the game. They go watch the game, and then, they could have some libations. I'm obviously working. I can drive us from Eugene to Bandon after the game, right? Should be smooth sailing. I get done doing the post-game show with Matt, grab my bag, we rock and roll. And it's a 2.5-hour trek. And my buddy is he's a big time, he got a great job, and he travels all the time. So he said, I'll get the rental car. I got all these status points and all this stuff. All right, great.
Is he a good co-pilot, though?
So I walk out of the stadium, and first off, one of the guys, nobody was hammered. Nobody was like, shh, but everybody had a good time.
Okay.
So
It's a
I'm
different
like,
lifestyle out there.
That's what I hear.
They had a parking pass, and it was in lot 8. For whatever, it was raining pretty heavily. I couldn't find them right away. It wasn't a big deal. Walked around, found them, and I pull up, and I'm thinking, it's going to be like a big Chevy Tahoe or a Suburban, something real nice, because I have those guys shipped their clubs. I brought my clubs. I got a lot of funny looks from some of the Wisconsin coaches as I'm lugging my clubs on our plane, work trip, all this other stuff, whatever. So I walk out there, and I'm looking around, and finally I hear one of the boys yell, "Yatter boy." And I know it's one of, so I look up.
Yatter boy.
They got the smallest, I'm not going to give any free advertising, the smallest sedan. I haven't driven a sedan in years. Like, they got this car. You can't fit anything
Driving from
in
the
there.
back seat.
So
Old clown car.
I felt like Highbury, or what was the dude in Police Academy where you had to rip the seat out? So
High tower.
I'm basically Jern's sitting behind me. I'm basically sitting on his lap for 2.5 hours. And then they act like, oh, well, this is the only thing we could get. I'm like, Pete, you have status everywhere. He goes, well, all the cars were gone because he has a special whatever. So we're driving in this baby sedan all the way up to Eugene and then back last night. So that started the trip on what I thought was a little bit of a poor spot, but it ends up for a funny story.
It ends up being a very funny story, and we're glad you're back.
I had to take my driver and 3-wood out because it wouldn't fit in the trunk. That's how small the car was.
So you had to play a 6,000-yard course without a driver?
No, we had to put it in the front seat. And
Right.
shove it in the back. So, yeah, it's something else. It is something else.
Well, we're thrilled to have you back. We have a great bench, obviously, of Cousins subs of the day, so we appreciate Homer and Brian Bulaga filling in on Tuesday and Wednesday, but we've got you back today, and God willing, you'll get home on time, and we'll see you tomorrow for our Friday show where we'll preview Packers Panthers.
Heard it's
Big
a trap
Cat.
game.
That is the word. Big Cat brought something up to me this morning when I was getting ready to do Jen, Gabe, and Chewy that I want to bring up to you because I was surprised. As an avid listener to the program, I was surprised that Josh didn't know this. So now I'm thinking that we're going to need you to discuss it so everyone, maybe there's more Joshies out there, but we'll talk about an interesting connection between Packers and Panthers that involves Old T after he tells us about our great connection with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
When it comes to your home, the smart play is to trust Gina Della and her team at Pella. And this month you can score a whole house of new energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month. That's zero interest for up to 60 months. That's like a drive. Boy, don't get in a small little sedan. You want to be in a big, beautiful, spacious drive that will sustain for years, that keeps your home comfortable thanks to the incredible defense played by Pella Windows, stopping all of those drafts. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Tausch is back. More next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
Want your brand to turn heads and win hearts?
Captivate Exhibits can bring your brand to life by transforming lobbies, creating history walls, and beautifying facilities.
For over 32 years, Captivate has been the MVP of trade show exhibits and workplace design and fabrication. Let Captivate craft immersive branded environments that tell your story boldly, beautifully, and with purpose at events and around the office.
Score big by making your next event or your own space unforgettable. Create something legendary by getting started today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Muskego senior running back Jackson Nemec. In a rivalry showdown with Mukwonago, Nemec scored 4 first-half touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 1 on a 46-yard catch and run, and 1 on a punt return to give Muskego a 35-0 lead at the break. The Warriors would go on to win 38-21, clinching an outright Classic 8 conference title for the first time since 2022. That monster night only adds to a dominant senior campaign. Coming into Week 9, Nemec was averaging nearly 11 yards per carry on just 65 attempts with 8 touchdowns on the ground, and has emerged as the team's leading receiver as well. Nemec's terrific season thus far has garnered the attention of Division I football programs. Congratulations to Muskego's Jackson Nemec, this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Hi everyone, this is Stephen Bauer, CEO of the Guest House of Milwaukee. For decades, Guest House of Milwaukee has been here for our neighbors, providing shelter, housing, and the support needed to break the cycle of homelessness. We're not just offering a bed for the night, we're helping people rebuild their lives through case management, housing navigation, mental health, and addiction counseling. You can help us make a difference. Learn more at guesthouseofmilwaukee.org, and together we can ensure everyone has a place to call home.
The new Piggly Wiggly Pig Points program is here, and earning rewards just got easier. Now you'll earn 10 pig points for every $1 you spend, and redeem those points on your favorite products right in the store. It's simple, it's rewarding, and it's all right here at your neighborhood Piggly Wiggly. So shop more, earn more, and save more only at Piggly Wiggly. Sign up today at shopthepig.com.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
So one of my blind spots, and there are many, is that I sometimes forget that there are younger people that don't remember things or weren't alive to experience things. Hey, new angle. Kind of like it.
Mixing it up a little bit.
So Joshy brought this up to me. He was not aware that in 2000, one fresh-faced rookie named Micah Parsons had a matchup with the Minister of Defense, who was playing for the Carolina Panthers in 2000. Now, obviously,
Micah
I know
Parsons?
we've talked about this. We've talked about this on this show multiple times over the years. But the Packers are playing the Panthers today. That game was in Carolina. It was not the game where the turf was all getting torn up, correct?
Correct.
What are for those that were unfamiliar with this, what are your recollections of Packers, Panthers, and Micah Parsons blocking Reggie White, who he'd grown up, I don't want to say idolizing, but certainly following?
I definitely followed and obviously was a huge fan. Reggie, what the impact he's had on the Packers, obviously, we all know and we've all discussed ad nauseum. But that week, not that it was my welcome to the NFL moment because I had played. I don't remember. I want to say it was probably mid-November. It was the middle of the year game. It was a Monday night game. And all I remember, that was the first time I really, outside of when I first started, there was a lot of attention because Reggie White that week had kind of made it known he really wanted to sack Brett Favre. Like, that was something. He obviously loved Brett, but he really wanted to get that on his resume that he sacked Brett as a Carolina Panther and whatever it might be. And it just so happened who was blocking Reggie White a big chunk of that night, but like you said, a young-faced, bushy-tailed rookie from the University of Wisconsin. It was me. So that was kind of the Wildes and the Domofskis of that era would come up and, well, what do you think of this? And it made it, it was something that was on my mind. I didn't obviously want him to sack Brett. So that storyline played out, during the week. And then the Monday night game came, and this is one of my favorite, I guess, welcome to the NFL or NFL moments that will always stick in my head because the greatness of Reggie and the fact I'm sitting here and I'm blocking him. And fortunately for me, Reggie was not 25 and clubbing people into, San Bernardino or off the Oregon coast into the Pacific. He was older, but we had a keep pass on early in the game. And a keep pass, basically, and I tell you this all the time, is the best play for an O-lineman because you just try to you run hard towards the sideline. You try to pull people with you so that the quarterback can boot out, and you can make an easy, clean throw either to usually an over route of a tight end, come in the backside, or the running back slips out. That's, to me, the easiest play for an O-lineman. So I'm doing this, and I have to try to goad Reggie to come with me, so I slow down, and then I try to club move him. With me, and I get my hands up in by his helmet a little bit. And I didn't think it was that big of a deal. And as I'm walking back to the huddle, I hear in this very deep-toned voice, "Hey, young fella, get your hands out of my face." And I legit kind of looked like, and as I'm walking back to the huddle, I said, "Yes, sir, I will." And I walked back to the huddle. And that game, the rest of that game, I don't believe I gave anything up to Reggie. We ended up, I believe, beating Carolina that night, and it's one of the games in my memory docket that I'll never forget, just because I got to go against Reggie White.
So a couple things from that game. First of all, the Minister of Defense. Was Eugene Robinson on that team,
I believe he was, yes. Yes.
The Minister of Defense, the great Reggie White, did not sack Brett Favre. So the young, fresh-faced whippersnapper did not allow that to happen. Favre was sacked 3 times that night, once by Sean Gilbert, twice by someone named last name Williams, not to be confused with last name Roberson. The Packers did lose that game, 31-14.
Dang, we lost that game?
Yeah.
That ain't good.
But I had my guy.
That's kind of how it went.
It's a great story, except you thought you won and you lost by 17.
Yeah. It must have got away from us late.
It appears to have. It was a 14-14 game after Donald Driver caught a 32-yard touchdown with 2 minutes left in the first half.
Boy.
And then you guys never scored again. So
Not great,
Muhsin Muhammad with a touchdown catch and Brad Hoover with a touchdown run. Well, that's the young fella. That's pretty good. I'm glad we had a reason to retell that. Thank you, Joshy, for not realizing that once upon a time, Mark Tauscher went up against Reggie White. Is that one of those great examples of most forgettable, great player playing for a team that you didn't even really realize? Like Joe Namath with was it the Rams that he played with? Like, is Rodgers going to be viewed that way with his 1 year with the Steelers if it ends up only being 1 year?
I think if they make the playoffs and he has a little run, no. If they'd missed the playoffs, it probably. Yeah, I would think so, especially since they've jumped out to a lead, and obviously the rest of that division not very good. But, yeah, I could see that, but I don't think to that degree. Reggie obviously had retired and then came back, and I think that was it for him after that season.
Yep, it was. And he had sat out the 99 season after retiring following that the Catch-2 loss in San Francisco to the 49ers on that Terrell Owens touchdown. All right. While you were out there in Oregon, I don't know all the rules that come with Prize Picks. Were you able to play a little bit while you've been gone, or you got to wait till you get home?
No, if we could have, we would have prize picked our own, but I did not. But from baseball playoffs to the regular season football, I think they call it the sports equinox. Everything going on. NBA, you have Giannis just tearing things up. You know who's been doing well? Austin Reeves from the Lakers, if you're interested in that sort of thing. And you got Shohei with hits and pitches and strikeouts. Everybody. You can turn your sports opinions into real cash, and it's simple to play. Pick more or less on Prize Picks. And if you want to pick more on Giannis, that would probably be pretty good right about now. And if you want some flexibility, choose Flex Play, where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. And if you want the biggest payouts, go to the Power Play. But no matter your play, Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test. They offer Venmo, Apple Pay, and MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account. Download the Prize Picks app. Use code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that's code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good
to be right.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. I wasn't sure. We're a little rusty.
Yeah, we'll get it back. We'll get it back.
Matt LaFleur is annoyed. Very annoyed. Very, very, very frustrated.
Very, very, very frustrating.
But not at me, which is always good. We'll tell you what he's annoyed with. Money. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind: to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my 2 sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-885-3100. 800-885-3100. 800-885-3100.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
Big trucks can be intimidating. If you've been seriously injured in a truck crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Trucking law can be extremely complicated. You don't want to take on the insurance company alone. Gruber Law Offices has the experience, the resources, and of course, the results. We know truck law. We know the rules and regulations. We know what it takes to win. Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments. Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Homer here. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching the game from your backyard, every fan knows great moments deserve great vibes. Swing into Higher Love Cannabis Company in Menominee, Michigan. Just across the Wisconsin border, they offer a full line of high-quality, clean-grain, certified CBD products designed to help you relax, recover, and recharge no matter the season. Higher Love is organically grown, locally owned, and proudly one of the best in the Midwest. Visit them in Menominee or explore the full CBD lineup at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You want in on the autumn action at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee? Of course you do. With $300,000 in prizes, who wouldn't? November 1st through the 20th, play with your rewards card for entries. Thursdays, pick your win from a prize board. At the end of the night, all leftover prizes go to one winner in a jackpot drawing. Autumn action. It's going down at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
So when someone's annoyed, they usually have a reason for it. Certainly when it comes to this program, when we get annoyed with each other, there's usually a legitimate reason behind it.
I defer to Tausch on that.
There's some real reasons, and then there's some fake reasons. But I'm not going to judge. You feel your feelings, Jason, Matt, whoever wants to be mad. Feel your feelings.
I don't think that was constructive, Jesse. So Matt LaFleur is annoyed with his offense.
Oh.
He's annoyed.
Kind of weird.
With an offense that is currently, I wrote about it today, which I know Tausch is out there reading on channel3000.com because he's an avid reader of my work. Their offense is ranked 5th in the league in scoring. Their offense is 7th in the league in total offense. Yeah. But they had 3 3-and-outs in Pittsburgh And now Matt LaFleur's annoyed. Here is what he said yesterday about the offense.
It's very annoying. No, it's frustrating. It's frustrating when you know there's opportunities there and you don't convert. But third down, I mean, there's a reason that most teams, I mean, every team in the league right now is under 50%. So it's less than a 50% chance you're going to convert. And it's just in those third and manageable situations, you got to come through.
So, are you annoyed with their offense? I mean, I feel like we're holding them to a standard that, like, this ain't 2011. This ain't, like, is it unreasonable to say they're playing well? They could play better, but I was a little surprised that he was so annoyed with the 3-and-outs that they experienced in Pittsburgh in a game that they won, unlike that game in 2000 against the Panthers, which turns out you guys lost.
He wants to win a championship, and he knows status quo and doing things. You have to keep pushing. And if you start getting content with your offense because you have a great second half, I would argue Matt LaFleur's complaints could be, we have not played, I don't remember a full game. Last year, they didn't have one where the offense played consistent, really good football. You're going to have a 3-and-out every once in a while. But 3 of them in a half? Yeah, I understand why you're frustrated, because then, especially after you see what you can do, it's one thing if you're a struggling offense that, can only complete a couple of passes in a game. Then you could sit there, you're just being maybe a bit delusional. But when you see what Jordan Love did in that second half, 20 straight completions, and, Kraft and Watson, you have all these weapons. You shouldn't. Why on earth would a coach ever be content with that?
Well, I'm not saying he should stand up there and go, yeah, we feel great about where we're at. There's room for improvement. Fine. But they scored 35 points, right? Second highest point total of the season behind the 40-40 tie in Dallas. I'm not saying that you don't demand more. We talk about it on this show. You get what you emphasize, you get what you tolerate.
Okay, so what are you saying?
I'm saying that when I look at should he have been annoyed after the Cleveland game? Yeah, right?
Cleveland's defense is pretty good.
I understand. They put up 35. They did go 3-and-out 3 times. I don't know if it was in a row. But again, to me, what I look at is it's sort of like what we're talking about with Jordan, who's playing phenomenally. He took the Cleveland interception. He took the struggle at the end of overtime. And now he's been clutch ever since when the game's been on the line. So, they took 3 3-and-outs in the first half, and they're down 16-7. And they come out and they go touchdown, 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 field goal on their first 5 possessions of the second half. The only time they didn't score was when they knelt out the clock. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying that he can't say, look, we can be even better than we are, because that's what he should be saying. But I just found it, and maybe it was the way Mike Spofford phrased the question, but to be annoyed by that performance, like there have certainly been, like last year down the stretch, when he was using the word sloppy all the time, which was accurate, that would be annoying to me. This is, hey, we were good, but we weren't as good as we could have been. I was just surprised, I guess, by maybe the narrative, because for a guy who at times would say that, we're kind of nitpicking him on the offense or whatever it might be, I just didn't. I thought the way they responded after not getting the job done in the first half, missing a field goal at the end of the half, I thought that second half was darn well close to a masterpiece for them. They were really, really good offensively in the second half. So I just was a little surprised that he delivered such a harsh critique. That's all. Is that unreasonable?
Yeah, because I think you're demanding. You've been through this, and it's one thing if you think you're like an up-and-coming team and you're building. This is a group that I think he thinks he can win a championship with, and they have the pieces. And you can't have inconsistencies to that degree where you play a half of football. Like I said on Monday, we had people texting and kind of tweeting at us about post-game show already at halftime because we played so bad against Pittsburgh. That was not up to the standard. It's, if you have a 3-and-out, you score 14 or 17 points in the first half, and you're moving the football, okay. But to play the way they did, that was, I think, probably you look at the second half and the first half, and you're like, the tale of two cities. How does that happen? Because you have adjustments. You're going to figure some things out as the game goes. But Pittsburgh's defense isn't very good, and our offense is better than what it showcased itself in that first half. And I think Matt LaFleur just wants to make sure his players understand we can't do that against good teams. If we do that against Philadelphia and they come in here on a Monday night in a couple weeks, you're not going to beat them. You can't play 2 quarters out of 4 and think you're going to beat Super Bowl contending teams. You can beat middling to below middling teams, but you're not beating the big boys when you give them a first half. You basically spot them a first half. Fortunately, your defense was able to hold Pittsburgh to some field goals to keep it where the margin was in play, and your team could just kind of continue on its course. And that course obviously was fantastic in the second half.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with a coach demanding more. I'm not suggesting that you just accept that. I just thought to be that frustrated, because he had also been on Monday talking about how sloppy they were, and I was like, man, if this is sloppy, then what do you view last season as when you were talking about how sloppy they were all the time? Like, I think one of the things that annoyed him that he talked about later was that there were some instances of the offensive linemen blocking the wrong guys.
That's not good. It's not good.
What is that as a old offensive lineman like you are? What would cause that? That you would block the incorrect person, not the one you're supposed to be blocking, but someone else?
You're confused, or maybe a miscommunication on a call, or not everybody seeing the same thing. That typically, it's not as if guys are doing it on purpose. It's just sometimes you have a miscommunication, or guys maybe hear something and they hear a call that the other guy didn't say or didn't hear, and that is the only way guys have that at this level. It just doesn't happen.
Right. So that was that I can see how that would be annoying. And their run game has not been what they want it to be. That I totally agree with as well.
Well, and in fairness, Mike Tomlin came out of the game saying that was their goal.
Correct.
So then you have to have you can block pieces, but you have to have adjustments to do that. And Jordan Love, it's going to get to the point where people are going to say, and Josh Jacobs will appreciate it, Jordan keeps doing what he's doing, they're going to have to do some different things to him, and that's going to open things up for Josh.
Right.
And that's the beauty of having an offense that's multi-talented and multi-dimensional, because at some point you're going to be better than the defense if you have everything lined up. And that, of course, starts up front, making sure you know who you're blocking.
All right, we need to play trivia, and we did not play double geography trivia yesterday. We wanted to do it when you were back or on the show.
Is it Oregon trivia?
Jesse, what's today's trivia, and what callers, plural, would you like?
So it is double trivia today. We are playing geography trivia because we decided to do which former Brian Bulaga teammate am I yesterday, which was also fun. One of the categories is Oregon trivia, geography. The other is our traditional Wisconsin geography trivia. So one caller will get Oregon geography, the other will get Wisconsin. And I will say we need someone who is ready to step up to the plate today for both of these categories. We need 2 strong contestants. These are not walk in the park type questions in either category.
Okay, so Oregon is ranked 6th in the country. Wisconsin is currently unranked.
That is true.
14th in hockey, men's hockey tonight, playing Minnesota.
There you go, perf. Caller 6 and caller 14 to play trivia. Who did the Wisconsin ones? I know who did the Oregon ones.
Who was that?
Oh, me.
Oh, yeah. I did the Wisconsin ones.
Oh, and you made them hard. You're saying that they're difficult.
Well, yours aren't the easiest either. That's why we need a couple of contestants who are ready for a challenge here on a Thursday morning.
All right,
today.
well, caller 6 and caller 14 hopefully will be up to that challenge. Otherwise, we'll be very annoyed like Matt LaFleur. Caller 6 and caller 14. By the way, his quarterback won Offensive Player of the Week in that annoying performance, just FYI. Caller 6 and caller 14, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Caller 6 and caller 14 play trivia next after I tell you that if a better sleep has been hard to come by for you, you're not alone, and the right mattress can make all the difference. That's why Helix Sleep and Steinhoffels have teamed up to bring their award-winning mattresses to Steinhoffels. Now you can try Helix in person, something you can't do just anywhere. Right now, Steinhoffels is offering 20% off all Helix mattress orders just for our Wilde and Tausch listeners. Head to steinhoffels.com to learn more. Helix Sleep at Steinhoffels. Better sleep starts now. Trivia is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Hey, it's Jen Latta, and I just had my walk-in closet redesigned by Closets by Design. Doug and his team in Mequon were amazing, from the first consultation to the final install, and now I have a beautiful, organized space for all of my clothes. They really brought my vision to life. Locally owned with the backing of a trusted national brand, they deliver expert design with a personal touch. Get 40% off plus an extra 15% off, and take advantage of 18-month free financing. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN. And don't forget to tell them Jen from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy sent you.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here, you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
It's the final days of the fall trade-up event at Cunis. With winter on the horizon, trade up now to a new safe and reliable vehicle. We're offering top dollar for trades. We'll do whatever it takes to get you into a great new ride. At your nearby Milwaukee Metro Cunis locations in Oak Creek, Greenfield, and Hope Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall. Don't miss the last 2 weeks of huge discounts on the most popular cars, trucks, and SUVs from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Shop over 600 pre-owned vehicles under $20,000 and over 150 under $10,000. Plus, you can buy 3 tires and get 1 for $1 just in time for winter.
I'm Brian Bohm, General Manager of Cunis of Oak Creek.
And I'm Bill Eater, General Manager of Cunis of Greenfield.
We would like to invite you to take advantage of these great monthly specials.
And remember that your vehicle will be covered by our exclusive No Fear lifetime powertrain warranty, included with new and qualified pre-owned purchases.
Call or stop in today for your VIP appointment.
Don't miss the final days of the fall trade-up event. Start your search online at CunisMKE.com.
Hey everybody, this is Stephen Bauer, CEO of the Guest House of Milwaukee. You know, homelessness isn't just a number. It represents our neighbors and our community. At Guest House of Milwaukee, we've spent decades helping people find stability, housing, and hope. On Thursday, November 13th, we invite you to our gala, A Night of Hope and Dignity. It's a night to stand with those working to overcome homelessness and those who support them. Join us. Tickets are available at guesthouseofmilwaukee.org, and together we can change lives.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
When you're gone, I don't want to move on. I don't want to know what it's like when you're gone for good. You're slipping through my fingertips a little bit by a little bit. I didn't know the love of you was the happiest.
Tausch is back on the show. Not yet back from his golf journey and everything else. Oregon, which we love Oregon, in this house anyway. So, in honor of his trip and staying consistent with our weekly Wisconsin geography trivia, it is time now for Oregon geography and Wisconsin geography trivia.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is presented by Cousin Subs. Cousin Subs $10 meal deal gives you a 7.5-inch sub, bag of chips or regular fries, fountain drink, and a cookie. All for just $10. This deal is only available online or through the Cousin...
See. Through the Cousin Sub app.
Why did he stop saying the Cousins
I told you
app?
that.
Why
I said
He
that
wanted
the
the
other
app.
day.
Yeah, why did he do this?
Because he wanted to go get that $10 meal deal,
Getting to his
clearly.
cookie. Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesse, what'd you do?
One of our callers just went missing. So I'm going to call that person back.
Okay, which person is currently on the line?
Mark in McGuanago is on the line.
Okay, let's welcome him in while you call our other contestant back. Mark, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, guys. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Super.
You were caller 6, so you were the first of the two callers. Would you like Wisconsin geography or Oregon geography as your question?
I definitely would prefer Wisconsin.
Okay. So while Jesse efforts on getting our other contestant back on the line, all right, well then let's welcome him in. Jesse tells me he's back. Taking the Oregon questions will be Brian in Williams Bay. Brian, good morning. Welcome back.
Good morning, favorite radio people. Good morning, Mark, and I apologize for cutting myself off.
You're the hang-upinator.
It's not Jesse's fault. It's my phone.
Okay.
Accountability.
As a longtime loyal listener to the program, you should know by now that even when it's not Jesse's fault, the default setting is to fault him. So, come on, get with the program.
I'm a Jesse follower, a backer. I'm 100%. I'm in his ballpark.
Okay, well, I hope you get all the questions wrong then. All right, here we go.
We meet on Tuesdays at Brian's place because he's the only one.
It's a small group. All right. Brian, you'll have your Oregon questions. First, Mark, question number 1 for you is this. Home to a high school with 10 WIAA state football championships, the most of any school in the state, Shakespeare would have said, all the world's a state championship. About which Wisconsin city? Is it Stratford, Edgar, or the medieval city of Fond du Lac?
Well, I'm going to have to guess that it's Stratford.
You are correct. Mark, while I ask Brian his question, if you could turn down your radio because I can hear myself echoing behind you. Question 1, Brian, in the Oregon category, is this. While this singer-songwriter now lives in Nashville, his Coming Home Oregon song is played at Ducks football games at Autzen Stadium in his hometown of Eugene? Who is that singer-songwriter? And Jesse felt it was necessary to add a hint. His music is heard almost every day on Wilde and Tausch. Is that singer-songwriter Ben Rector, Matt Carney, or Kanye West?
Boy, I'm not a musical guy. How about Matt Carney?
Indeed. Well done. All right, question 2, Mark, is this. Latitudinally.
Are you right?
Which of these Wisconsin cities is located farthest south? Farthest south. Is it Mauston, Muscadet, which looks like Muscota when I read it, but Muscadet, or Mondovi?
I would say that's Muscadet, mushroom capital of Wisconsin.
I hear
Is that
mushrooms
right?
are in bloom right now.
Muscadet is the mushroom capital of Wisconsin?
In Muscadet, be.
I should specify Morel capital. Yeah.
So that must be down in the Spring Green area, correct? In the Driftless neighborhood?
Right. Yep. Basketball area. Yep.
Okay. All right.
I did not know that. I learned something new today. Thank you, Mark.
I don't want to give anything away, but I also found out that there's an area in the state of Wisconsin. Are we a monster cabbage producer? Are we the biggest cabbage producer in the U.S. too? Is that right?
I'm gonna defer to Mark on that since he knows all this about the mushrooms. Does he know about the cabbage as well?
Yeah, down in the Franksville area is big cabbage country.
Cabbage corridor. We found another corridor in the state of Wisconsin.
Cabbage corridor.
Yeah.
What's the pie corridor though? That's what we're really interested in.
That's up in Osseo.
Yeah.
Osseo Fairchild.
All right. Question 2, Brian, is this. Nike founder Phil Knight is famously an alum of the University of Oregon. In which Oregon city is Nike's world headquarters located? Is it in Portland, Eugene, or Beaverton?
Eugene.
Tausch?
I just looked out my window, and it's not. I believe it's Beaverton.
It is indeed Beaverton, correct. All right. We'll bounce back on question 3, Brian. But first, question 3, Mark, and your opportunity for a clean sweep and teach us something new that we didn't know. Because we've now learned about mushrooms and cabbage, thanks to you. The city of Rice Lake. Rice Lake, which sounds like it would go well with the cabbage and the mushrooms. The city of Rice Lake is located in which Wisconsin county? Which Wisconsin county? Is it in Burnett, Barron, or Trempealeau?
Barron.
I'll tell you what, man.
Mark knows his stuff.
Yeah,
Mark
he's
definitely
smart.
knows his stuff. I just like saying Trempealeau. That's a fun word.
Normally I don't like doing this, and I don't know what Mark's work schedule is. I think Mark could be a really good contestant to write trivia questions for Wisconsin. I think he is a fountain of knowledge.
Would you like
I'm
an
being
unpaid
serious.
position on
Yes.
one of our other platforms?
He is
much like
Dave,
565 Analytics.
We don't offer this to everybody. I think Mark would be really good if he so chooses. I'd love to have him be on board.
I'm going to pass on unpaid position, but thanks.
I love how he sold. I love how he sold it to you, though. We don't do this for everyone.
We don't.
You should consider yourself very fortunate that we would ask you, of all people,
If it was Mark
to do work for us for free.
If it was Mark in Muskego, he would have said, absolutely, I'll do it.
That's funny
right.
now. That's funny now.
All right, question 3, Brian, is this. The famous land formation in the state, the most famous land formation in the state of Oregon is Mount Hood. The second best known, though, is a narrow valley between mountains that contains the Columbia River. What is that land formation called? Is it the Columbia River Gorge, the Columbia River Gulch, or the Columbia River Canyon?
Gorge.
Yes!
Let's go.
Nicely done. All right. Brian, you got 2 out of 3. Where would you rank that on the difficulty scale, since Jesse thought they were unfairly hard?
Well, the first one was hard, but I got that with a guess. The second one wasn't as hard as I made it to be. Third one was basically fairly easy.
Thank you. Thank you for playing. And if you would ever like to write trivia questions, we're giving away those opportunities, but not just to anyone.
I'd be better at writing than answering, because last time I got shot out completely. So,
Good job bouncing back then. All right, you've got 3 of the possible 4 entries. Thanks, Brian. We appreciate you. Mark, you got all 3 of your questions about Wisconsin right. You have 4 entries in tomorrow's drawing. And we learned something about mushrooms and cabbage. Oh, my. Thanks for playing, buddy. We appreciate you.
Good job, Brian. You did way better than I would have on Oregon. Love you guys. Have a good day.
Look at that.
That was fun. Look at the respect between the two combatants.
Game respects game.
Yes, that is what this is all about right there. Beautiful.
And it
people
only
helping
took us
people. It's a
and
beautiful
winning a
thing.
Cousin Subs gift card. Yeah.
People helping
indeed.
people.
I would. Speaking of people helping people, AmFam helps people all the time. Do they not?
They do. And American Family Insurance has been a proud partner of Wilde and Tausch from the jump. And since 1927, they've been committed to making life better with outstanding home and auto protection. Also, you're free to go and enjoy your dreams. So insure carefully and dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch starts in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart, located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. National Liquor Mart is packed with deals for all your beverage needs, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
The Bucks improved to 3-1 on the season after a 121-111 win over the New York Knicks. Giannis led the way with 37 points, while Ryan Rollins also chipped in a new career high, 25 points. Here's Giannis on Rollins' big night after the game.
He plays hard. He loves the challenge. I think he has a great competitive spirit, but at the same time, he's a student of the game, and he's learning from the best. You know, he has the opportunity. Not a lot of people have the opportunity to be with Rondo every single day, so take advantage of that, and he's been taking advantage of that, and as I said, you guys can see it.
The Bucks will be back in action on Thursday night to take on the Warriors at Pfizer Forum.
This has been the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle Brust and Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Matt Flaherty, Oregon's own. 10 o'clock hour.
Is he an Oregon guy?
He is. Chico, California, spent some time there too. He has that in common with Aaron Rodgers. My question for you, since I was, in some opinions, maybe harsh on Matt LaFleur for being for being annoyed with the offensive performance, is he was also.
I don't fully understand your annoyance with that. Like, you've been around these coaches long enough. How do you not? Don't you understand when? And I know you do. That's what's so confusing. Like, things are going well. You have to continue. What's the hardest thing in sports, Jason? What did Mike McCarthy teach you?
The biggest challenge is handling success.
Thank you. They are. Everybody is now again telling them how great they are. Rat poison, as Nick Saban says it. All of this is in play, and of course, Matt LaFleur is doing every safeguard to fight it. I mean, you're an old savvy vet. You know the game. Is he as disappointed as he says he is publicly? No. Is he trying to get the message out there to say, guys, we can be better and we need to be better? Yes. So I guess I just look at it, and I know you are a wordsmith and you pick at words and you will pound on a word. We all know that, and I'm not going to defer to anybody on that. I will say you
can't help yourself.
I can't. You know the game that is being played. He is.
I do,
speaking,
but my point
he's not
was
speaking
that,
to you, Jason. You know that he's speaking to his team,
right? I do. Yeah. I understand all that.
I know you do.
So
you're a smart guy.
Thanks.
This is like me and the Caddy now. You're a good. You're a great host.
That is exactly how I felt. Hey, great read on that putt. It was my fault. I putted it the wrong direction. So the reason I brought it up, and this is the thought, like, there's plenty to be annoyed with. Like, their run game is not clicking.
Okay.
Like, that's a very fair criticism, and if he wants to talk about that, great. Like, my point is simply, you know what? The other guys get paid too, and sometimes you have a couple of the play callers part of it too, right? If you go 3 and out 3 times, the play caller probably has some role in that, along with guys blocking the wrong guy in the run game and whatever else. I'm not saying that they don't have things that he should be annoyed with, but it just felt like, kind of like you being nice to the Caddy, it felt like he was being overly annoyed by something, and it didn't feel as authentic because your quarterback was the offensive player of the week.
Yeah.
You know, you guys you're 5th in the league in scoring. You're 7th in total offense. Could you be better? Sure. And you can pound that home to your guys. But to say that you're annoyed and frustrated felt like a little bit of a oversell. That's why it annoyed me.
Yeah, and I think you're too sensitively annoyed. If that annoyed you.
Yeah, it doesn't really bother me that much. It was just an interesting topic.
I just wonder if so. From the interesting thing you said there is the authenticity point of it, and I don't know what he's saying in front of the team. I know his messaging to our fans, to the fans and to the players is we're going to get better. I think that was, to me, it was just simple. That's what he was doing. That's why I didn't think it was as big of a deal, because those players, they want. You don't think Josh Jacobs wants to be more efficient running the football? You don't think Jordan Love? You can't get plays if you keep going 3 and out and you're putting it on your defense. And you have a couple of big challenges coming up. Whether or not you want it to be, if you're going to talk, and I know we're going to talk trap game and all this other stuff about Carolina, but you're going to be playing some big boy teams, and that's where you can't get into these lulls. I would love for you to ask Matt LaFleur at some point, when's the last time, and you can preface it off of what you just said, because I don't know how annoyed you really are. I sense it's probably not as much as maybe I thought. When is the last time you walked off the field thinking, man, we just played a complete game on offense? Yeah. I wonder when. I don't think he's going to have, and these guys are all heavily critical of their team because coaches have to be. But I just can't think of a game where I was thinking they went throttle city from the jump and we had to pull off the brakes because they were so good at the end. I don't remember that game.
So the answer is the Dallas playoff game, right? That's the correct answer.
It's a long time ago.
Right. So my question for you, again, because you're the one who played in the league for 11 years, what does that look like in your mind? Because look, you're not going to have games where you didn't punt at all, right? Like, yeah, we beat them, 48-7. But like even the Saints game that they won last year in a shutout, that didn't feel like they were as dominant as the score made it look. So you obviously played in some of those games. Certainly that 03 season when you guys were running the ball the way you were and Favre was playing largely mistake-free football. Like, I don't know, the Oakland game, I think that was an offensive performance that you felt like you were really good from start to finish. But, like, what does that look like? Because it's not like you can't Don Larson a football game, right? You're not going to score a touchdown on every single possession. You're not going to have 18 holes in one unless you're the leader of North Korea. Like, what do you need to see to feel like the Packers offensively had that kind of a game? Like, what's realistic in the realm of NFL football?
Yeah, it's a good question. And I do think an outburst of upward, mid-40s and up, and just feeling like you're able to dictate everything you want to do. Second half was what we're looking for. That's a big ask to play as well as what we saw in that second half against Pittsburgh. But when you see something and that you can do that, you expect to see more of it on a consistent basis. And I think that's all we're looking for. There's too many lulls where you either feel like Matt gets a little conservative, and I don't blame him because he's trying to establish the run game. He wants to get Josh Jacobs going, and we're not blocking or executing it as well. And when you have this, when Jordan is back playing the way he's playing, you got to ride that. And I think that trust level is up. That's more along the lines of what you'd be looking for. And this week, you're playing at home. You have all the fixins of, well, this could be, Carolina. I don't know, is Bryce Young going to be quarterback? And is he out? This is a game you should feel really good about going into. But that's why Matt LaFleur is on edge. And that's why he's saying the things he is, because he can feel maybe that the guys are feeling really good about an emotional Sunday night victory, and you're going into a game that is not going to be buzzworthy. Is it a noon kick, I believe, that you don't even see that very often at Lambeau?
Yeah.
You're playing against a team that, no offense to Carolina, pretty nondescript. You don't have a ton of stars. It's a classic roll your hat out, and you're going to get a win game if you don't catch it and really address that early. And Matt LaFleur, I think, is very concerned, and he wants to see if his team can respond. This is one of those, you guys are going to say it's a trap game. This is a grow up and be a pro game, not a validate game. This is grow up and be a pro. You should go out, win this game. It doesn't need to be sexy. You don't need to win by 15. You just need to go out. If you go out and dominate this game and you win 27-17 with a late garbage tutter and you don't cover a spread, nobody's going to give a rip. This is a go out and be a pro. You want to win a championship, you don't let teams like this hang around at your joint. You just go beat them. That's what Sunday needs to look like. Jesse, put that down as a moniker. Go out and be a pro game. Go out and be a pro. Go opera. Whatever that acronym is.
Go opera.
Yeah, go out and be a pro. Go out and be a pro. Go opera.
It's great to have the acronym, and
pro starts with a P. It should just be P at the end. It shouldn't be pro or pra.
Yeah, we got to workshop it a little bit. It's also, Jesse, it's also got to have a little flair to it. It can't just be, a great acronym has to make sense.
Has a flair to it.
I'm telling you, still the greatest acronym that we've ever had, sports related, that was kind of in a in a jousty move with Dale Earnhardt. And I remember this because I was not a big NASCAR fan, but I just remember Dale struggled to win at Daytona. You guys all remember that, right? All of us racing fans. And God rest his soul, Dale Earnhardt, one of the GOATs in his game. But he couldn't win at Daytona. And somebody came up, and this is where my love of acronyms started, on a T-shirt, stop laughing, D-A-L-E as in Dale, down the left-hand side, Jesse. And it's Daytona, another losing experience. And I just thought, boy, that is creative. If this is the road I want to go down, I want to be as good as that dude or gal, whoever wrote that. And then Dale found a way to win in 1998. And you don't think one of the first things on his mind was to shut up that T-shirt maker of that acronym?
Yes, I'm sure that was the first thing he thought of. I got to find that T-shirt maker.
You don't think that was a part of the process, Jason?
So is there a similar origin story for you for analogies? Because if that's what made you such a aficionado of acronyms, I'm just wondering if there's also
someone
a cause.
wrote I played like a gazelle in 1996, and I wanted to stick it to them ever since.
No, I don't think I have there's not that origin story, but this Dale, I've told this story before. I don't know if we've had a better acronym that summed up a sports figure like Dale. Like, if somebody can come up with one, I would love for us to do, that would be a really fun game to have come up with.
So are you hoping that like Rashawn Gary catches wind that you said this is a Go Opera game?
No.
And they're going to stick it to you on Sunday.
No. Stick it to me. I'm telling you, just go and be a pro. This isn't critical or anything else. Just like I don't do this a ton. We had Validation Thursday a couple years ago where they needed to validate a huge win, and they were playing a Tennessee team that was aight, and Tennessee came in and beat the heck out of us. There was no validation. This is, hey, you guys want to win a championship. You have all the pieces. We all see it. Just go and be a pro. We don't need some special superhuman. It'd be awesome if you did. If you go out and be a pro this week, you're going to win this game easily. If you don't, you're going to be in a dogfight with a Carolina team that shouldn't beat you. Period. Thin.
As I said earlier in the week while you were playing Bandon Dunes, if you are the team you think you are, you take care of business against teams like this.
Yeah, go and be a pro.
Yeah. Nevertheless, Matt LaFleur was asked if this is I wanted to play the clip.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
Matt
LaFleur was asked if this was a trap game. He didn't even let the person finish their question before making it clear that he does not think that way.
I'm not worried about it. Like, we've got enough to worry about just within ourselves and a lot of growth in front of us if we want to play our best football. We should only be worried about today and this game and nothing else outside of that.
Yeah, but this is kind of like his. Well, let's take a break because I want to get into this further because this is also, and I'm not saying he's being Pollyanna-ish, which is one of our favorite words on this program, but like he also he got very annoyed. This was legit annoyance with the subject of targets. I think Ryan Wood of the Press Gazette got them all riled up yesterday about that while Brian and I and Corey Lindsley were hanging out here. And I'm curious. It feels like he has this kind of idea of how he wants his guys to be, but I'm not sure that that's the case. We'll get into that coming up after Tausch tells us, as I scroll down because I'm on the wrong spot.
Coors Light.
About Coors Lights?
Yeah, whether you're tailgating pregame, finishing a great round at Bandon Dunes, and you're overlooking the Pacific with a little mist hitting you, and you make sure, oh, baby, that 16-ounce silver bullet, those mountains on there were bluer than blue. That's when you know it was cold-activated. Bottles and cans were chilled to perfection. That's what I had. I celebrated responsibly. I had a great time out there. I got a couple pictures I'm going to send Jesse to get updated on there.
Woo!
Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Did the Caddy have any of those too?
No, I think the Caddy was into some other stuff.
Someone on the text line did ask, was the Caddy's name Mary Jane?
Last
I don't
dance
know.
with Mary Jane. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Greg Matzek, Gary Ellerson, the day after reaction show you need in your life.
Who benefits the most from Micah Parsons being on the field? Secondary. Keyshawn Nick.
It's Potawatomi Sportsbook Football Mondays with Greg and Gary.
If you're a quarterback, you've got to get the football out of your hands before you really want to do it. I mean, everybody's getting their wealth with this, but to me, I think it's really the guys in the secondary.
Live from the Potawatomi Sportsbook Studios from 6 to 8 p.m. every Monday on 94.5 ESPN.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
Hey football fans, get ready for kickoff with homemade party must-haves this week at Sendik's. Start with delicious dips, guacamole, pico de gallo, potato chips, and popcorn. Score big with over 20 varieties of homemade sausage and gourmet burgers. Then, stop by Sendik's Deli for homemade salads, side dishes, and even pinza pizzas. All made from scratch every day. Sendik's, your trusted local grocer.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
It's the final days of the fall trade-up event at Cunis. With winter on the horizon, trade up now to a new safe and reliable vehicle. We're offering top dollar for trades. We'll do whatever it takes to get you into a great new ride. At your nearby Milwaukee Metro Cunis locations in Oak Creek, Greenfield, and Hope Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall. Don't miss the last 2 weeks of huge discounts on the most popular cars, trucks, and SUVs from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Shop over 600 pre-owned vehicles under 20 grand and over 150 under 10 grand. Plus, you can buy 3 tires and get 1 for $1 just in time for winter.
I'm Brian Bohm, General Manager of Cunis of Oak Creek.
And I'm Bill Eater, General Manager of Cunis of Greenfield.
We would like to invite you to take advantage of these great monthly specials.
And remember that your vehicle will be covered by our exclusive No Fear lifetime powertrain warranty included with new and qualified pre-owned purchases.
Call or stop in today for your VIP appointment.
Don't miss the final days of the fall trade-up event. Start your search online at CunisMKE.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Boy, you're in a good mood.
Yeah, you know the thing that
It's all
traveling is
Jern.
fun. Jern's awesome. You get out, you finally get kind of accommodated to the time zone, and
now you're leaving.
Yeah, isn't that something? Yeah,
pesky.
Yeah.
Well, I'm eager to see what that's like when we're in London.
But what did you think of Sunday Night Football starting at 5:20 for you?
Yeah, the World Series has been interesting because we got done, and the World Series, because we'd finished golfing most of the times around 5:36-ish.
6-7
out here. And you're like 5 innings into a game. Obviously, the other game, the one that went 18, was fine. But I don't think West Coast. There's some of the guys on the trip think West Coast sports is better because you can get up. It's 10 a.m. and you can watch NFL football games on Sunday.
It's true.
I am a Central Time Zone cat. CTZC, Central Time Zone cat. No, I just think the Central Time Zone is the best for all this. So no, I don't like games starting at 5 out here, and no, I'm out. I'm out on it, Jesse. To answer your question in a nice, blunt, quick way, out.
So here's what we're gonna do. If you don't mind, I sent Jesse the back and forth that LaFleur had with Ryan Wood of the Green Bay Press-Gazette yesterday. The discussion of targets that I thought was really good. I thought it was really interesting the way LaFleur kind of got after him a little bit, but also I thought his explanation was really interesting. So we're going to save that for the top of the 11. And right now, because Jesse is, you know how I get hives when we don't talk enough Packers?
Yes,
Jesse's afraid we're going to get through the whole week without doing the NFL power rankings, and it's already Thursday. So
Just
time
wait
now.
a second. Well, why didn't you do that Tuesday? Like, I think part of my planning was to not do it. I wanted to be gone.
Homer was telling us about McDonald's.
Yes.
What, the
and
app?
His relationship with his
How much he loves
father.
that app.
Yeah, playing Monopoly.
Did he get into his father relationship again too?
We did, yes.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. It's very famous.
I have to make sure I check that podcast on the flight home tonight.
Well, you won't hear the power rankings on that podcast.
Is it
'cause
on?
you're gonna
Oh,
hear
by the
them
way,
now.
I haven't checked. Is it on Spotify yet? Is it back?
You know the answer to that.
Oh, okay.
I called I called Ashton and Pratik out. I said, I know they're doing everything they can, but do we need to get really, like, do we need to go to Spotify headquarters and show up at their door? What do we need to do here?
Oh, with a picket?
Yeah. Protest.
Are they located out here?
I think you might be able to swing by before your flight.
You just go knock on the door real quick and just ask.
Come on, knock on my door. Yeah, I could. I won't, but I could.
You can't sing that song, though, or we'll be banned from Spotify. Time now for our power rankings.
Another shift at the top in this week's ESPN NFL Nation Power Rankings. Power Rankings Tuesday on a Thursday this week. The number one team in the National Football League, according to ESPN's panel of its NFL Nation reporters, is the Indianapolis Colts. The only team in the NFL with a 7-1 record. Number 2, the Detroit Lions.
Quick correction after some Googling. Unless you have a layover in Stockholm, Sweden, you won't be able to knock on Spotify headquarters door.
Okay.
Next trip, though.
Maybe we can get Colette to include that in my trip.
When the Badgers play in Ireland, if we're not up on Spotify, maybe we can do a layover in Sweden. Number 3, the Philadelphia Eagles. Notably an NFC team, 6-2 on the season. Not as good a record as the Green Bay Packers by winning percentage, but they are also ranked ahead of the Packers. Number 4, the Buffalo Bills. Number 5, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wow.
Number 6, the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 7, up a spot from the week prior after their win over the Steelers, That is where we find the Green Bay Packers, just in front of number 8, the Los Angeles Rams. So that is 3 NFC teams, the Lions, Eagles, and Buccaneers, all ranked ahead of the Packers in ESPN's NFL Nation Power Rankings heading into Week 9. What do you make of that, old T?
Yeah, I think it's dumb. I think it's really dumb, but it is what it is. I have no problem. Indianapolis, I'm a firm believer in the results on the football field, and Indy has done it. Do I think that Indianapolis is going to be in the Super Bowl? I don't. I think it's going to be Kansas City or Buffalo. And in the NFC, I think it is you guys will laugh, winning the division and getting that 1 seed is going to be everything this year. Because you just went through a list of teams that I think are good enough to win. I don't want Green Bay to have to go play in Tampa if they can't win the division. If Detroit beats them and Green Bay has a couple hiccups and they have to go in a wild card round and go play a Tampa Bay or a Philadelphia, someone that wins their division, I don't think that's I think it's tough. You need to win your division, I think, this season more so than any in the past because of the depth of the NFC playing field. There are not going to be any gimmies out of those 7 games or the 7 teams that make it. I think you're going to have as equal of playing field, and I think Green Bay is best suited. Maybe I'm biased, but I've watched enough to see that when you have a closer like we got with Micah, and we have a quarterback, who's playing the quarterback position better in the NFC than Jordan Love? Dak Prescott would be it. And the Cowboys are not one of the teams I'm worried about. So Baker Mayfield, kudos to you. I saw the Detroit Lions eat your lunch. I didn't see that with Jordan Love. So that game, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for that game. I know everybody's excited for the Philly game. I like our matchup with Philly. I think that Detroit game is going to tell us the story of this regular season is going to be that game. So Detroit deserves credit. I'm not going to pout and cry if they're ahead of us right now, even though we beat them head-to-head in a pretty dominant way. There's a lot of outlying factors with that game, so I understand it. But to put Tampa ahead of us, come on, man. Come on, man. And I think Philly, I'm going to nut-hoack them, so I'm not going to pout and cry about that either. But I just think the whole list is – Green Bay is undervalued, and I'm fine with that. It's middle of the season. Great. Undervalue all you want. I want to see the Philly and that Detroit game, and that'll tell that will tell the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey used to put it.
See, it all worked out that we didn't get to this. That was great. That was awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
All right, good. Glad we could do it. Great job, Jesse. Jesse did a great job organizing and holding that off to get it to Thursday instead of Tuesday. I think he did a wonderful job.
You know who else does a great job?
Who's that?
The folks at Jones Dairy Farm.
Yes, they do. They do. I just caught up the next video with Philip. Another great one. Learning a lot about their business. And Jones Dairy Farm is a great Wisconsin business. Family owned and operated. Not for 6, but 7 generations in Fort Atkinson since 1889. And they are best known for their all-natural sausage made from the original family recipe, pork, chicken, turkey. I already told you we made this great orchetta with spinach and that great pork sausage. It's got that great flavor that's phenomenal. And you know what? No fillers, no nitrates, no MSG, no gluten. It's all natural. They also make that great bacon that we always talk about, too. Find all of Jones products in grocery stores across Wisconsin. Check the website, Product Finder, at jonesdairyfarm.com. And I'll tell you what, we got something special brewing for next Friday. Something special. Yeah, I don't know when the video is going to be coming out, but we got some good stuff, real good stuff brewing with Jones Dairy Farm next week.
If you thought the power rankings were compelling, or got at least a compelling response from old T, wait till you see what we've got next. We're bringing back an oldie, but a goodie, and we'll do it next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
At Great Midwest Bank, we've been serving Southeast Wisconsin homeowners for 90 years. Wait, 2025 minus 1935, 90 years. Wow. In our 90 years as a community bank, we've learned a lot about the values of the people who live and work here, and appreciate the loyal customers that have made Great Midwest Bank who we are today. Find a location at greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Hi, it's Jason Wilde from Wilde and Tausch, inviting you to join me July 5th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. Take in the charm of the countryside and the history of the great cities. Imagine standing before Big Ben in London, then later gazing out from Edinburgh Castle. So rich in history, it feels like you're stepping back in time. Along the way, we'll explore the storybook villages of Chester and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon, places where every street seems to whisper a piece of history. And how about a scenic train ride through the rolling green hills that lead us right into the medieval city of York? It's all part of this incredible journey. From iconic landmarks to cozy villages, from bustling city streets to peaceful countryside views, you'll experience the very best of Britain's history, culture, and beauty, and create memories that last a lifetime. Text TRAVEL to 800-990-3776 for full details. To learn more about this amazing adventure, come to the meet and greet on Tuesday, November 4th at 6 p.m. at Buck and Honey's Monona. If you can't make it, visit ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com to learn how you can join virtually.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Zero restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025. Penalty flags? Not here. Carbless is the clean play that every football fan can agree on. With zero sugar, zero carbs, and just 100 calories, you get all the flavor without the penalty. Whether you're tailgating outside the stadium, hosting a crew at home, or watching solo in your lucky jersey, Carbless brings premium cocktails right into the huddle. Made to be refreshingly delicious and game day ready, Carbless keeps fans cheering from kickoff to the final whistle. So this season, skip the sugar, skip the carbs, and make the winning call. Find your bliss with Carbless.
Hey, it's Gary Ellerson for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Kevin Moret here from Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
A heads up before something bad happens.
You should not send that text.
Uh-oh. Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can reverse prediabetes and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
The triumphant return. We've got a lot of really fun things that we've done over the years that they're really built in to the program. Some folks don't like Dunzo. I get it.
Who doesn't like Dunzo?
There's some people that don't like Dunzo.
No.
They don't like him.
Dunzo's fun.
Like him. They don't like him. They don't like
He's
Bane.
irritating. Now, you don't want to see him coming around. But he's funny.
No, he's bad news. He is bad news. If you see Dunzo, it means one of the Wisconsin sports teams have fallen on hard times and their season has come to an end.
Jesse, I got a question for you. Is Dunzo also, if, like, let's say something happened coaching-wise and a coach is going to be fired, is that Dunzo related, or is that something, like when you wanted to get Pat Murphy fired, and let's say they really struggled, and it was August and they weren't going to make the playoffs, and you really felt like he should be fired, would you bring Dunzo out for a coach being fired?
Dunzo doesn't like dancing on people who just lost their jobs.
Oh, so Dunzo's got high morals.
But depending on who it is, I mean, maybe it depends.
I feel like Dunzo.
It's
I feel like
situational
Dunzo's
Dunzo,
kind of a jerk. If I'm being like, Dunzo's a little jerk storish.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it's part of his charm.
The high moral ground of Dunzo, the fictional clown. I don't know of anybody that's in danger of losing their job among the highest profile coaches in the state of Wisconsin, though. So that's a good thing. You don't have to worry about it.
That is good. That is good.
I read Jim Polzine's column with Ted Kellner. Ted Kellner didn't sound like he's expecting any changes at 1440 Monroe Street, so we'll have to wait and see. What we can't wait any longer for is Spooky or Fluky.
Is it spooky or fluky?
Dennis and Plover, it endures his contribution to our program.
Spooky or Fluky.
That's your mascot for Spooky?
I pulled this
half-baked jack-o'-lantern.
I pulled this 3 years ago and haven't changed it because we only do this once a year.
All right.
Spooky or Fluky, where I ask you to identify if these potential contenders are spooky, legitimate contenders, or fluky, not very good teams. Yes.
Can we add creepy, as your voice would hit creepy in that? Spooky, fluky, and then your voice is creepy.
Creepy
Fair?
doesn't rhyme like the other two words, so I'd say no.
Okay. Okay.
Let's begin with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Are they spooky or fluky, Tausch?
They're spooky. They have, they're going to win their division, so they're going to host the playoff game. And if Green Bay, doesn't hold on to its division lead and has to go play somebody on the road, I don't want us going. I think we could beat them, but I don't want us playing against Baker. And at that point, Mike Evans, if he's back, if Ibuka's healthy, if Godwin's healthy, they got a pretty good O-line. If that group, they're banged up in a big way. But we've seen that movie before with Tom Brady. I don't want to. Tampa's a spooky team, mainly because they're going to win their division. You probably feel best about them and Philly winning their division more so than any of the other teams, just because of the depth and their divisional rivals. Tampa's a spooky team to me.
I agree. They are legitimately spooky and concerning. To Tausch's point, they've done this while they've been missing some of their key pieces who've missed time with injuries. Baker Mayfield probably deserves way more credit than he's getting. It does seem like he's getting more credit of late, but he has really resurrected his career. It's been very impressive after he bounced around, right? He was in Carolina for a little while and with the Rams for a little while. And it's really clicked now for him in Tampa. So spooky for sure.
Is it spooky or fluky?
Next up, the Los Angeles Rams. Spooky or fluky?
Spooky. Stafford, Puka, Devontae. Their defense is better and better. Sean McVay. Again, not a team that if they can win their division, now their home field, the fact they don't have a home field advantage hurts them. I think Green Bay would probably fill up almost 50% of that stadium in a road playoff battle. But that's not a team you want to have to go play. You want everybody coming to Lambeau. And if they're coming to Lambeau in January, I don't feel as, and the same thing with Tampa. I'm going to preface all of this by saying spooky if on the road. Spooky if on the road. Spitter. That's kind of where we're at. So the Rams are a spooky team. I think they're good enough, and they have enough pieces that are going to give you a lot of issues.
Yeah, again, Team Tausch on this, I say spooky as well. And, of course, any team that's got Davante Adams on it, I'm going to see as spooky. Next.
Is it spooky or fluky?
Next up, the Seattle Seahawks are 5-2. Are the Seattle Seahawks spooky or fluky? Tausch?
Spooky. Sam Darnold has proven to be... I got to keep waiting. I forgot. I got to wait.
You can keep talking. It's okay. It's more in the background.
Okay, I don't know what that voice is. You're like,
please stop.
I'm not sure what that is. It's like Bob Eubanks. I think you're trying to be Bob Eubanks. Spooky. Sam Darnold, that's a young roster. You just kind of get the sense that they're going to be good, but not good enough this year. They're I think they're still a ways away from being a championship contender, but they are a spooky team that you don't really want to have to battle with your playoff life on the line, because they kind of have the pieces that can make things miserable. And again, don't want to have to go to Seattle. You don't want them winning the division and having to go out there and play it. My point on all of this in the last two segments has been win your division, Green Bay. Period. Fin. You do that, you're going to feel pretty doggone good about where you're positioned and your opportunity to go chase a championship. You don't, man, that road is just like the drive from Eugene to Bandon. Windy, wet, dark, timber-ridden. It is treacherous. You don't want to have to do that.
So we're spookying out a lot here, and we're agreeing a lot.
There's some teams that he's going to get to that I believe. I will not. These are the three teams that outside, obviously Philly and Detroit are, I think, Green Bay, Detroit, Philly.
So we got three now, and we haven't even mentioned those two, and we think the Packers are spooky too. Is this wide open?
Jason, did you not just listen? I don't think I could be more crystal clear. The NFC is deep. There is a lot of teams that I believe are good enough to win a playoff game. It's who's good enough to win 2, maybe 3 playoff games. That's the trick.
Yeah, I don't like it when you do that.
The treat.
Can I just say
the treat is to get that 1 seed. Everything else is going to be spooky and tricky. Treaty.
I don't like it when you do that thing. Did you not listen? Yes, I was listening,
well,
but
in fairness, I literally was asking you a question last week, and you said I wasn't listening.
Right,
so
and I would tell you if I was, and I would tell you if I wasn't, but I was listening. My point is that in this instance, we have put a lot of teams in the spooky, and I'm going to agree with you on the Seahawks too.
Well, there you go.
So what I'm saying is, so we've got 3 teams that they're not the Packers, the Eagles, or the Lions. You're talking about a 6-team race here where we could see, depending on circumstances and who's playing well when, like it is wide open in the NFC, and we are looking at a Packers team that right now, if the season ended today, they'd be the number 1 seed. But like, we've got the head coach of that team talking about how very annoyed and frustrated he is with the offense. This is what the NFL has, is that parity, and when it's good parity, it's not a bunch of 500 teams, but there's a bunch of good-ish teams that if they catch fire or if they get a break or two or where they play the game and what the matchup is, they can all get to where they want to go. I think that's fine. I just think it's fun. And so sure. I like the fact that we had that, because we have played this game in the past and it was all fluky all the time.
Yeah.
And that's not the case here. Next.
Is it spooky or fluky?
We're running out of time, so are there any other teams you think are spooky besides the Eagles and the Lions? Maybe the 49ers, or the Bears, or the Washington Commanders. Any other teams in the NFC that are spooky, Tausch?
So here's what I would say. San Francisco's too beat up.
Yeah.
I think Kyle Shanahan deserves credit. And if San Fran can find a way in the playoffs, and if they get a little healthy with McCaffrey, and if you got Purdy, but Freddie Varner being out, and that defense, Bosa being out, that defense just ain't going to have the chops to get it done. So they're fluky to me, fluky with respect. I'm going to preface it. Fluky with respect.
Fluky.
Washington, Fluke City, USA, it's over. This season's a wash for them. Who's the other team you put in there?
The Chicago Bears.
Nah, they're just not there yet. I think Ben Johnson's done a good job. I think they're going to be on the come up, but they're a year out in a league and in a division that's just more mature than they are. They're not matured yet. They're growing. And I think if you're a Bears fan, you can actually have some optimism that they're actually growing. It's not false. It's not fake seeds this time. They have real seeds that are growing. We'll see if they let it germinate and develop into something. We'll find that out. So no, those three teams, it's all Fluke City, USA.
Yeah, but wait until the Vikings get that trade done for Kirk Cousins. Then things will change in the NFC. No, I don't think there's anybody else that we're leaving off the spooky list. I think with 6 teams, including the Packers, I think that's a sufficient list. And whoever is the 7th team in the NFC will face long odds. But hey, the Packers have been the 7th seed the last 2 years, and they won a game a couple years ago. All right, that is spooky or fluky. We got a long way to go.
Or fluky.
Jesse,
you can talk
we hear
over it, Jet. You can talk over it, Jason.
Can we hear the creepy voice one more time? No, yours. Not that one.
Oh, you want to hear my voice?
That would be the one.
The spooky
right
jack-o'-lantern guy. I think his name is Lewis.
Lewis?
Yeah, that was a thing that in the stores a couple of years ago. Lewis the jack-o'-lantern.
Well, we appreciate Lewis, and we appreciate Dennis and Plover, and we appreciate Jesse.
We don't appreciate Lewis.
And well, okay, maybe I don't mean any of that. I do mean this. I appreciate Colette with this vacation that we're going on to see the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales. I know Tausch is excited for me to be gone. He's excited for me to tell him all about the medieval city of York, I'm sure. But we're going to see all kinds of great things, like Big Ben in London, Edinburgh Castle, which I'm finally learning how to pronounce, I think, Chester, Shakespeare, Stratford-upon-Avon, all of these amazing places. We're going to take a scenic train ride through the rolling hills that lead to the medieval city of York. It's going to be a great time. I hope we get all kinds of people to join us, and you can be among them. If you've ever considered doing this, hey, again, never left North America until this trip. So I'm excited. Love to have you join us. All you got to do is text the word travel to 844-770-3776 to get more information. That's travel, the word travel, to 844-770-3776. Or go to ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com. That will reroute you to Colette's website. It'll also contain information for our meet and greet that we will be doing on Tuesday next week to talk about the trip and get all your questions answered. I'll be there. We're going to have great food at Buck and Honey's, which you know I love. So hopefully people will turn out. I'm really looking forward to this. We'd love to have a huge group that can make the trip to England, Scotland, and Wales. And you've heard Homer rave about Colette. You've heard John Mercure on WTMJ 620. They've all done this before, and they can't say enough good things. So I'm excited based on their reviews, and I'm excited if you will join us. Again, it's ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com for more information.
Jason, quick question. I had a couple of my buddies inquire. They've listened to the show and they're very, supportive of what we do. And they wanted to know if you could get a couple rounds of golf to maybe sweeten that deal. Maybe go play a couple of rounds when you're over there. Is that something that Colette and you would be flexible to add into your program?
So I had a feeling that was the genesis of that question when you mentioned it on Monday.
Sure.
I have sent an inquiry.
Okay.
I don't want to have to worry.
Steward's inquiry, if you will.
I don't want to worry about breaking 200 in Scotland.
No, that is part of it. They will come to the trip, but they want to play with you, and you have to have a caddy to break 200. That's part of the deal.
Do I have to rent a small enough car that my driver won't fit in it?
That's up to you guys.
Could you actually bring your same caddy from Oregon to caddy for Jason in Scotland?
No, so we've golfed over in Scotland, and it's awesome. And they have these little they're called pasties, where there's like a gravy-filled sandwich, and you eat it, and the gravy will like spill out. It's at the turn. It was awesome, but Jern got a little gravy on his hand, and his club got sticky, and he ended up not playing as well after he had a snack at the turn, a pasty, if you will.
Were you guys teammates or were you rivals? Because
we're
know
always
how Aaron Rodgers
we're always
got.
teammates.
Okay.
We're always
All
teammates.
Right. Would Aaron Rodgers have gotten after him for getting gravy on his club and then not playing as well? Because we know how he was with you when you didn't play well.
Yeah, he's been to bell cow. I can't. There's a lot of people I can complain a lot about. Jern's not one of them.
Jern
although
is
he didn't
still
shoot
taking...
great. Although he didn't shoot great yesterday, he did not have the day that I was hoping for in our final round. So. Not being overly critical. I've told him
not at all.
I feel like you didn't need to say that, but you did.
We still have one last segment in the 10 o'clock hour. We'll do it next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Crispy chicken just keeps getting better at Cousin Subs. Try our crispy chicken basket, complete with 3 white meat tenders and a regular fry, a meal made easy. And for the little ones, our kids meal comes with 2 crispy tenders, applesauce, a juice box, and cookie. Just the right size for growing appetites. Made with quality chicken and ready to enjoy in-store, online, or on the app. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only around for a limited time. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Chris Canty.
When Dave Roberts is concerned because the team hasn't found its rhythm, if one aspect of the ball club doesn't let you down, it's another. Last night it was the 8-9-1 hitters. They gave you absolutely nothing, 0 hits. If they continue to have moments like that, then it's going to be hard to best a Blue Jays squad that applies pressure at every point in their order. I said this coming into this postseason. Blue Jays can hit. They can hit. And I'm not just talking about slug, hitting for power, extra base hits, home runs. They can hit. They do a good job of being able to go gap to gap, just put balls in play, and you saw that in the 7th inning. And Varsho got it started, middle fastball, had no life on it, took it for a ride to right field. Those are the types of moments that you're looking at. You're saying, hey, man, no spot in the lineup ends up being an easy out for the opposing pitcher.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. At 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, it's a superior smooth taste worth playing for. Grab a Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer as you cheer your team on. Michelob Ultra, official sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks. Enjoy a Michelob Ultra at Kelly's Bleachers, Big Ben, Distillery Richfield, Tom's Watch Bar in Milwaukee, and Maddie's in New Berlin. Please enjoy responsibly.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
All right, two quick things so we can get to the 11 o'clock hour. One, I've never been so happy to have screwed something up. And Lord knows that that's happened a fair amount. But apparently, the Channel 3000 Packers newsletter didn't go out yesterday. And someone actually noticed and sent an email asking where his newsletter was. Thank you, Jerry. I don't know if it's Jerry in the Prairie or another Jerry, but it's nice to notice that I messed up because that means you want your newsletter. So Wednesdays just went out, and then I'll do Thursdays when we're done with the show. So thank you to Jerry. Secondly, Micah Parsons is your NFC Defensive Player of the Month.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Pretty good.
He is. Yeah.
Tausch, I know it has been expected of him. You know, you always say about pressure is a privilege, and we always know that expectation line about to those that much is given, much is expected. Has he reached, surpassed, or come up short of your expectations?
I would say he is everything that I expected.
Yeah, I would agree.
The thing you worried about was whether that back injury was real, that he sat out. I didn't think it was. I'm not going to poo-poo it, but I didn't think that was anything to be overly concerned about. And then they started talking about epidurals, and that just lets you see how a narrative can just spin completely out of control, and that did. Mm-hmm. But he is a dynamic playmaking closer. The Packers haven't had one in a while. And I think for me, I was talking about Rashawn Gary as an elite player a few years ago. Mm-hmm. You pushed back, and there's elite, and then there is this guy is just at another level. Micah Parsons is that guy. He is Myles Garrett. There's two of them right now.
Yep.
Myles and him. And then you have a lot of really good players that are elite. Hutchison and T.J. Watt, although he didn't play great, he didn't do much against the G&G.
Mm-hmm.
Micah's different. He moves different. He is. I mean, he just looks like one of those, like a leopard or a tiger. Like the way he can just
gazelle.
He's so smooth. No, not a gazelle. He is a hunter. Like, it's just so fun to see, and he plays hard. All of the narratives about him, he can't do this, he can't do this. Well, you know what he can do?
Yeah.
Disrupt the blank out of an offense. Mm-hmm. And guess what? He's done that, and he's made life easier for everybody else. There is nobody that's going to sit here and say he's underperformed.
Right.
If you are, I don't want to talk ball with you. We'll talk caddies and other stuff. But if you think that Micah Parsons has underperformed his time here in G&G so far, I don't think I want to talk ball with you until you come around on that point.
Yeah, he's been even better than I thought he would be. And
Thank
Rashawn
God,
Garrett,
I didn't want to have to I didn't want to have to yell at you and move, just talk caddying.
You guys wouldn't be able to talk ball for a while.
We wouldn't be ball talking.
Yeah.
So, some people who listen to the show would argue that there's large stretches where we don't talk ball. I've not only has he been really good, but to your point about Rashawn Gary had 7.5 sacks last season in 17 games. He has 7.5 sacks after 7 games. I mean,
why do you think that is?
Because of Micah Parsons. I do believe that's a major factor.
No, it's definitely helped.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what else helps? When you raise a glass of Tito's to celebrate Micah Parsons' Defensive Player of the Month award.
Oh, and it's beautiful when you're out golfing. You get an early morning tea time and have yourself a little Bloody Mary. Mix it with Tito's. It's getting a little hot. We're walking 25,000 steps. You know what? Mix in a Gatorade. Boy, that's beautiful. You look at it on the beautiful coastline with a Tito's in your hand, and then you get done. You finish off, I don't know, put a little tonic in there, maybe a little lime juice, maybe a little Sprite, whatever it is. Make sure it's Tito's in your glass. And not only do they make great drinks, they give back in a big way, partnering with nonprofits and doing real good out in the communities across the country, especially for our four-legged friends. So the next time you're raising a glass, make it with Tito's handmade vodka, distilled and bottled by 5th generation, crafted to be savored responsibly. We did get into a little argument with one of the waitresses out here.
Uh-oh.
No, in a fun way. Hold up. In a fun way.
Did she find it fun?
Are you sure?
Yes, she did. We were having a discussion. I think all of us got a Tito's and whatever we mixed it with as like a nightcap to finish off our day at Bandon. And she told us that no place does more Tito's sales than Bandon Dunes. And we all looked and said, y'all are crazy. Las Vegas, Nashville,
Madison.
Really? Yes. I mean, so we text our folks, Court and the crew over at Tito's. Tito's is popular everywhere, and it is incredibly popular in Bandon, but I think the old girl here was maybe a smidge misleading. That's all we're saying.
She was drinking a Tito's and Kool-Aid.
You can't talk Tito's with her. You can talk ball with her, but you can't talk Tito's with her. We need to get to the 11 o'clock hour because we're going to run out of show for everything we have planned. So stick around. That starts in 2 minutes. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you with 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank, Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with AccuTrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use AccuTrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. AccuTrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at AccuTransGroup.com.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments. Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
I'm not giving up, no, not yet. Even when I'm down to my last breath,
11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch, which will most likely leave us with a very brief Whoa Nelly and a quick goodbye at the end of the program since it's already 11:17. Jesse has the clip from LaFleur about targets that I want to get to. I want to get to that, but Matt LaFleur is speaking at the podium at the moment, or just finished up, and Stella's barking at the kittens as well, so I apologize for that. But a couple of things, and my question for you, Tausch, because I'd like to get in and out here quickly so we can get to that LaFleur clip. Matt LaFleur said that Brandon McManus, who kicked yesterday, seems to have come out of it well.
Okay.
My question for you is, what exactly are you expecting from him moving forward?
I expect him to be the guy that he's been. Came in last season and was having, where we had all these troubles. He solidified and turned it around. So obviously he's missed a couple kicks. He missed some last week, and you just hope that he's healthy, and you want to make sure you see and believe and feel he is good to go for the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw the clip that you guys posted with Blue yesterday saying you can't keep Havlicek. And I'm like, well, why not? Like, this position is too important until you know consistently.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. We've seen Brian Gutekunst. He is what's the word I'm looking for? Where you make a decision, it's wrong and it's wrong and it's wrong. He's scarred. Like, the kicking position has left him scarred. It hasn't worked. He got lucky that McManus had some issues and was available.
Right.
Or he's out there trying out a new kicker every week. You don't want that. And now you feel like you have two guys you trust, but you don't know if the one guy's going to be able to stay healthy and deliver the goods. That position, there's too many games that come down to kicks. And you better feel like you got it covered. And if that means you can't have a reserve linebacker on your team, or you can keep him on a practice, because I'm going to tell you right now, you put Havlicek up on waivers, somebody's taking
he's getting claimed, no doubt.
And not worth it at this point. Now, I could not have been more crystal clear from the jump. Havlicek has done a great job. Havlicek has done a great job. But McManus is our guy. Mm-hmm. He's done it. He's the guy I want kicking in the playoffs when he's healthy and he's back. And until then, I want old boy as my insurance policy.
So here's what I think is weird, and I agree with everything you said. By the way, when asked what they're going to do with Lucas, John Havlicek, LaFleur's quote was, "I'll let Goody handle that."
Sure.
So again, my question for you is, you had a guy behind you as a backup right tackle, right? Everybody's got backups, not specialists. Is there anything to the psychology of having another kicker on the roster when you have a kicker? And is that a different, I don't want to call them delicate geniuses, but is that a different dynamic than, say, Nate Hobbs, who they have Carrington Valentine behind him, and when Nate Hobbs didn't play well, he got benched?
Mm-hmm.
Why, if you have a guy who's worth keeping, which we agree Havlicek is, why is it that you are reluctant to have two of those guys? Just because it takes up a roster spot that could go to a guy who plays more or plays at all? Or what do you think the reasoning is?
That's the old school thinking is, there's a need for other spots, and, you only need one kicker. So, but I think you see the importance of that spot, and there are obviously more injuries at other places. But just when someone gets hurt, and if there's any psychological battling that goes on, this isn't two 25-year-olds battling for a spot. This is a established veteran who was paid and knows he is the kicker. But he knows this better than anybody. You don't make kicks, you're done. There's no gray area in that. There's no, we're going to give you room to grow. No, that's what you did with Anders, and it bit you into Tukas. Because your team grew up too fast.
Mm-hmm.
This group is set to win You need a kicker that's going to make winning kicks. And that guy's McManus. But Haversick has earned the right to keep this roster spot until McManus is back kicking regularly, consistently at practice and doing everything that old boy and LaFleur need to see to feel confident so that Goody can go and look at it and say, all right, we're good here. And if it's before the trade deadline, you go and shop him a little bit. If not, you're going to have to let him go, but you're going to have to let him go only if you feel 110% that McManus is cleared through all this quad injury that he's battling.
Well, you want McManus to be best in class, just like Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin is.
Indeed, and when it comes to your home, the smart play is to trust Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. This month, you can score a whole house of new energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month. 0 interest for up to 60 months. That's like a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable thanks to incredible defense that is played by Pella Windows. Gina is the Micah Parsons of Pella Windows. You want to stop drafts, you want to be a closer, Gina and their team at Pella gets it done. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
We have something interesting from Matt LaFleur, and my buddy Jeff from the Wisconsin State Journal unearthed something for me that I'm very excited to share as well. We'll have to find time for both next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
When winter hits Wisconsin hard, Safe Plow hits back. Founded by two locals who know winter inside and out, Safe Plow delivers no-tolerance snow removal, meaning they're on it before, during, and after every storm for hospitals, retail centers, and all businesses that can't afford downtime. From small driveways to massive parking lots, Safe Plow's dedicated team keeps your property clear, safe, and accessible, prioritizing handicap ramps and disabled parking every time. At Safe Plow, they handle the blizzard, you handle your business. Serving Madison, Milwaukee, and all of southeastern Wisconsin. Book now at safeplow.com.
Ready to watch the Packers like a VIP? Cousins Subs put you in the center of it all. On the 50-yard line in plush recliner seats, complete with personal TVs and your favorites delivered from Cousins Subs. 2 pairs of fans are selected before each regular season home game to enjoy this one-of-a-kind experience. Enter daily to win the best seats in the house. Only from Cousins Subs. Cousins Subs. We believe in better. See rules and eligibility for details.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
0 restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde and Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit LakelandSupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp therapists have helped more than 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journeys. Moments in therapy, like the right question, a safe space to cry, or a small win can really change lives. This World Mental Health Day, we're celebrating the therapists who have helped millions of people take a step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can start that journey. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call or text pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling or texting pound 250.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee's Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
At Alpha Custom Apparel, we create standout corporate apparel and promotional gear that makes a lasting impression. Whether it's polos for your next conference, branded jackets for your sales team, or eye-catching giveaways for a client event, we've got you covered. We offer a concierge-like experience for businesses who want more. More customization, more creativity, more impact. From concept to delivery, we help brands big and small show up looking their best, with speed, style, and attention to detail. Create with us today at alphacustomapparel.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Jesse Nelson, always a mentor, because he's always looking for other people to do his work for him. Mentoring Owen, who is Jesse, he can't talk, right? He's not cleared to speak on the program. Is that correct?
This is one of those where he can't talk now, and so I got to speak for him. But he also is a Bradley University alum from the Steiner School of Sports Communication, so he's going to be a good one.
Charlie Steiner?
Yeah, that's the very one. Yeah.
Wait, is it really named after Charlie Steiner?
Yes, Jason. It's a prestigious school. Yeah.
Wow. Cronkite's Steiner. All right. So Jesse and Owen, since they're working in concert, have a clip from Matt LaFleur yesterday. A back and forth between him and Ryan Wood of the Green Bay Press-Gazette on the concept of targets. And LaFleur, while maybe somewhat playful, also making it clear that he's kind of tired of this topic. We have both the audio and the video version for those of you that are watching on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, courtesy of Packers.com. Tausch, I want to get your reaction to this.
About targets every week. You've had offenses where 10 guys catch the football.
You guys never talk about targets.
Only every other week. Yeah. 10 guys catch
only
the
every
football.
other hour.
How? You've had offenses where guys catch 10 guys catch passes in a game. You've had offenses where you've had like a go-to guy. What decides what kind of offense that's going to be? Is it depth? Is it having that guy? Like what's the deciding?
What would you guys like it to be? That's what I want to know. I want to know what would be ideal in your guys' world to allow us to, not have to answer these questions every week.
I'm not the expert. I just
okay. Yeah. I think it's when you have a lot of confidence in everybody, what you do is you try to, first of all, you're always, at least the way we do it, is we're always trying to attack the scheme first and foremost. And then from there, when we decide what plays, draw up well or have answers for whatever it is that we feel like we potentially could face, then you start plugging in the players. And I think it's important when you have a lot of guys that you have a lot of confidence in, that you want all those guys to have opportunities or feel like they have some opportunities within the game plan that they get excited about. Now, it's impossible to get all those plays called, so that's where you kind of go a little bit off feel. All right, what are they playing versus us, and what's the best way to go attack that? And then you got to hit some of these coverages for the ball to go where it's intended to go. If they Rolodex or if they do something a little bit different, then the quarterback needs to read out the play, and wherever the ball goes, it goes. So I just want our quarterback to continue to do what he's doing and being the facilitator out there and doing a great job of reading with his feet and getting through progressions, and then the expectation of the receivers and tight ends or running backs is to be in their spot when they're supposed to be there. So
it's worked out pretty well both ways. You have that one guy that you focus on, or if you spread it around, right? Well, when is it in your mind that a guy reaches that level in this league whether it's with you or another team?
Well, I think every situation is a little bit different. The more guys you have, the more you're going to, you want to try to give everybody some touches. So, and I think we're pretty fortunate. I think we're one of the deepest teams, in my opinion, in the league, where we feel like we got a lot of guys that we can get the ball to and that they're going to go make plays.
All right, so Tausch,
First off, that's an awesome ensemble LaFleur's got there. I think that is that's as good of a look. The black sweatshirt with that hat, primo. Like that's an awesome ensemble.
Do you want me to see if I can get you one, or are you looking for that?
Yeah, no, both of those would be fantastic. Yes,
all right, I'll make some inquiries.
There we go.
Because I like the lettering on the hoodie.
That's
too.
really good.
So
his point, Jason, and I don't know what question you were going to ask, but just initially listening to him talk there. The reason when you guys, you and Wood and everybody else on the beat, when you guys hit a narrative that he wants to kind of stop, that's when you know you're onto something. Because this is a hard thing for him. Matt LaFleur gets it. You want to have every one of your players engaged and feeling like you're a part of it. And it is hard to do when you have guys emerging like they do. So you want to keep a Dontavion Wicks engaged, even though his role, and unfortunately got hurt, his role is starting to slide. When Jaden Reed comes back, that's going to be a tricky thing to work. Trying to keep Savion Williams involved. Because the easy thing and the thing coaches do is it's about when it comes to, when the money's on the line, it comes to players. It's not about, I need to run XY hook or, X banana, whatever the play is with that crude noise is. You want to make sure your team, you can keep your team, everybody engaged and understanding their role. He has a hard job here to try and balance that. And then all of a sudden, if you get too pass happy, well, Josh Jacobs going to be irritated. My O-line's going to be a little irritated. How do you, and the answer is don't have empty possessions and be really dang good, because players are always going to think they should get the ball more. It don't matter. Tucker Kraft could say, I should have got 15 targets.
Right.
But if you're winning and your offense is playing at a high level, you're a jerk and a selfish teammate if you're jumping in on that. And that's why having success is so dang important on that. When you have a stable, like he feels he has, to try and find touches, it is an incredibly sensitive thing for him, because he knows that's going to be one of the top things he needs to manage throughout the rest of this season. That's why he tried to snuff that out, like Jeff Probst at a whatchamacallit. What is that called, Jesse, at the end? Oh, Jesse's not there. My bad. And Owen can't talk.
Sorry, what?
Nothing. Immunity cycles, right? Is that what they call those things?
Immunity
idols? Immunity.
No, it's when you get your flames snuffed out. What's it called?
Yeah, it's tribal hearings.
Tribal council. The tribe has spoken.
Yeah, go back to mentoring and not listening to the program.
And Jason, he's going to be hypersensitive to snuffing out, but some of these guys' torches are going to get snuffed. That's just how this works.
Well, and that was the quick question I wanted to ask, was just like, I like the fact that he thinks this is important. You heard him say that he wants to make sure everyone's involved. But if there's one thing I see Packers fans criticize him for when it comes to this, is that this ain't Little League. Like, just get the ball to Tucker Kraft and get the ball to, Watson or whoever else they believe, Golden, and enough with the spreading the wealth. And I think he honestly and earnestly believes that this makes them a better offense, because it makes them less predictable, because you do have your quarterback throwing to the open guy and he is going through his progressions. And these guys aren't as Brian Bulaga brought up yesterday on the show, they're not to the level of the 2011 crew that was on the cover of Sports Illustrated together. But there's some damn good football players in that mix. But to your point, again, I don't think it's fair to suggest that Matthew Golden is disgruntled because he deactivated Instagram. Maybe he just doesn't like Meta. I don't know. But what I would say is that even when you're winning, if you think that guys aren't going to be frustrated with lack of targets because they're just happy because they're winning, you don't live in the real world.
You don't know ball.
Some might say.
You don't know ball.
So there is that undercurrent of that, and he is fighting the good fight on it, but it is a challenge. I just don't see it any other way.
Jason, that's why in Green Bay, we've had a lot of great receivers, but the quarterback being a star and understanding all of that and understanding that dynamic is what squelched or at least kept the magma. Because let me tell you something, the wide receiving group, all those great teams, the 2011, all the groups of wideouts, there was a lot of magma bubbling over that volcano, but the quarterback and the success that you have as a team kept that magma from piling out of the volcano. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And if it hadn't, you would have seen eruptions. It went to blew away like Pompeii and Mount Vesuvius. But I'm telling you, that's how you keep this stuff under wraps. You don't. Every group worth a lick, if they think they're good players, how many? Just look around the league. It is constant. A.J. Brown on a world championship team is still
correct.
Magma, and his lava's flying out of that volcano.
He's Mr. Vesuvius.
And I think part of it, and who knows, I don't know their dynamic. But I know the dynamic in the past is you'd have those conversations behind closed doors, but you never let the magma flow over the top because that gets dangerous for everybody else on your team that's living around that volcano.
Yeah. And by the way, they don't have Reed or Wicks right now to also factor in. And both those guys will eventually be healthy as well, theoretically. So it'll be, again, I thought Ryan Wood did a fine job asking those questions.
I thought it was great questioning.
Yeah.
Who is the most likely lava popper on this group?
Besides Christian Watson's dad, Wicks or Golden?
Interesting. Okay.
So I would guess.
All right.
Romeo's had his moment, and he's obviously had a very good season.
I do wonder if Romeo starts only getting 2-3 touches. I do wonder where his head will be at. He's got a contract year coming. Like I do wonder. I do wonder.
Wicks isn't practicing, right?
Correct. Neither is Reed, but he was there yesterday.
Trade deadline's next week, right?
Yeah, that's also true. He's got a calf. Tuesday, when we'll also be having our event for Colette and for our big trip at Buck and Honey's.
Yeah, I don't believe Dontavian Wicks is going to get traded. That's what Jesse was trying to imply there. He was saying without saying.
Yeah.
What are you getting for? No offense to Dontavian Wicks, you're not getting. What are you getting if you trade?
You're doing one of those 6-7 trades where you
maybe
trade a 7th rounder in Wicks and you get a 6th rounder back.
Yeah, maybe. It would make no sense for Goody to make any. That would be very foolish.
It would be smart though if he became a UW. He went to UW Lacrosse.
Okay,
he should become a UW credit union member.
Yes, he should for every stage of life. Whether you're a scout, you're a player personnel, or you're the big dog. The GM UW Credit Union is here forever. You probably serving Wisconsin. For over 90 years, they're going to help you reach your financial goals. And you know what? Why did I join UW Credit Union? Well, keep your banking local, member first service, and great perks like early payday. All of that is top notch. But honestly, how do you not love Bucky? Can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I can't wait to get home. You just can't pay with anything else. Fan will make you do crazy things. This just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member today. Get your Bucky card like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions do apply.
You know how we sometimes say, I got the open?
Yeah.
I got Whoa Nelly because I'm going to do a dramatic reading of an archived story. Because you know I love to read on the radio. I won't read the whole thing, I promise.
What?
But
boy, I was told I was going to be able to give my take on Badger hockey during Whoa Nelly. So that's interesting. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a whole
Well, we'll
plan.
see if we can find time for both. We'll do that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. At 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, it's a superior, smooth taste worth playing for. Grab a Michelob Ultra, superior light beer as you cheer your team on. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks. Enjoy a Michelob Ultra at Dugout 54 in Milwaukee, Maxwell's in Cedarburg, Steny Lake Country, and Brat Stop in Kenosha. Please enjoy responsibly.
Any coach will tell you, games are won in the preparation. The same's true in cybersecurity. Trend Micro helps businesses move from reactive to proactive with cyber risk exposure management. That means real-time visibility into your risks across cloud, email, endpoints, and networks. For over 35 years, enterprises worldwide have trusted Trend Micro to prepare, protect, and perform. Don't wait for the next threat to blow the whistle. Get secure now at trendmicro.com, because the best defense is being ready before the game even starts.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and the season is well underway. Did you have a great weekend last week? We went 5-1 again on Saturday against the spread. And this week, the Breeders' Cup plays are free if you're playing football or hoops. Go to FatJackSports.com. Get added value this week. Make money betting the games for as little as $99. This weekend, only $99, including the free Breeders' Cup. FatJackSports.com. The longer packages are much less than $99. Sign up today and win this weekend at FatJackSports.com.
Hey, it's Alex Strofe. When it's game day, every detail matters, from the perfect seat on the couch to the perfect spread on the table. For over 125 years, Coops has been bringing incredible flavor to the table with 14 bold mustard flavors that turn good food great and great food amazing. Whether it's brats, burgers, or pretzels at halftime, Coops isn't your ordinary mustard. It's extraordinary mustard. So this football season, bring the bold, bring the flavor, bring Coops. Coops Mustard, spreading the love since 1897.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
If you're living your life in pain, you need to take control of your health and look beyond just traditional medicine to get that done. Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and I want to tell you about my friends at QC Kinetics. When I've gone to the Greenfield location, I have seen with my own eyes what QC Kinetics can do for you. QC Kinetics offers cellular treatments that at the micro level can cure that pain for the long term. Using QC Kinetics' natural healing tools, you can revitalize those joints and get back to living the life that you deserve to live. It's fast, all natural, and there's no downtime. You'll be amazed, just like I was, to see all the tools in their toolkit to give you a pain-free life and get you living an active life once again. Do not wait any longer. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative cellular medicine, and it's something that you need to see to believe. Your pain-free life is waiting for you on the other side of your free consultation with QC Kinetics. Give them a call today for that free consultation at 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
All right.
Yeah. Before we get to Whoa Nelly, Jesse, do you have any special music that would be appropriate for a dramatic reading of a story from the November 23rd, 2000 edition of the Wisconsin State Journal?
I do, thanks to Owen being here, proud graduate of the Steiner School of Sports Communication at Bradley University. We did.
Surprised they haven't renamed it yet.
We had a little extra time with both of us here to put a little something special together for you.
Mark Tauscher never imagined in his wildest high school and college football dreams that he'd ever have to block Reggie White. But if the Minister of Defense and the Carolina Panthers are expecting Tauscher, the Green Bay Packers rookie right tackle, to be intimidated by the NFL's all-time sack king on Monday night, they're going to be quite disappointed. That's capital J journalism there, people. Tauscher wasn't, well, let me back up here briefly. Tauscher, who went to high school at Auburndale and played college football at the University of Wisconsin, was as excited as any state kid when White came to the Packers as a free agent in 1993 and led them to the Super Bowl in 1996. But Tauscher wasn't fazed by the repeated Reggie questions posed to him Wednesday at his locker, and he didn't sound like he'll be fazed blocking a legend either. Quote, I think you have to go in there and respect him, but you can't fear what he does, Tauscher said. I also enjoy Coors Light and Tito's. No, wait, that's a typo. That's kind of the tough thing going in. You see this guy playing, helping Green Bay do so well in the 90s, and now it's your job to stop him. I think you have to keep that in perspective, that it's your job to do, and you can't get caught up in all of this.
What a great answer there.
Unbelievable.
That's a rookie?
Wow.
That's a rookie saying that? Wow.
Yeah, he was wise beyond his years when he
No analogies,
spoke.
though.
No, keep
well,
going.
he hadn't developed
maybe there's one later.
His analogy game had not been developed yet. What I think my favorite was that a handful of your teammates. I'm actually really if I do say so myself. That's actually a really good story.
Great job, Jason.
Good job by me.
Wow.
Because what I did was, and by the way, White did a conference call with us that week. This is my favorite sentence. Although White said he hadn't watched much film on Tauscher yet. By the way, maybe you should have, Reg. Tauscher will spend extra time in the film room this week in preparation, and he's already gotten plenty of advice, including a couple of warnings from Coach Mike Sherman, quarterback Brett Favre, defensive end Vonnie Holliday, and fellow offensive lineman Mike Flanagan. And then I will not read the entirety of it, but they all gave like little pieces of advice that they had for you. Flanagan, there's certain things that piss Reggie off. You don't curse at him, and you don't take the Lord's name in vain. If you don't do that, you'll be all right.
Yes, indeed.
So, anyway, that was fun. Time now for Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa Nelly
on Wilde and Tausch.
It's a big hockey and volleyball weekend in Madison. Men's and women's hockey both hosting Minnesota this weekend. Men's hockey tonight and Saturday. The women's hockey team Friday and Saturday at LeBon Arena. The men are at the Kohl Center hosting Minnesota. Ranked matchups on both fronts. And then, of course, Wisconsin volleyball, the number 11 Wisconsin Badgers playing host to the number 1 ranked Nebraska Cornhuskers, the first and only meeting scheduled this year for those two teams in their rivalry series. Tausch, you're a hockey guy. You going to be able to get over to the Kohl Center, the LeBon, catch any of the hockey games this weekend?
No, I'm not. And I got to admit, I mean, Wisconsin's women's hockey is the gold standard at the University of Wisconsin. They win championship after championship. Mark Johnson, what he's done, fantastic. These matchups need to be later in the season. You know what, Minnesota coming in October? I want Minnesota coming in January, man. Like, there's a lot going on. You got Halloween. You got all this other stuff. You got the big volleyball tilt with Nebraska on Friday night. I don't want this. I mean, Minnesota, Wisconsin that is a big boy hockey game.
Mm-hmm.
I want that later in the year, man. You know what? Let Michigan State come in. Notre Dame, Minnesota, Scotty, especially on the women's end of it. That's prime time, big time stuff. And I'm sure LeBron will sell out because that's a big girl game. Don't love it. Want it later in the year. I do.
I don't know their schedules well enough. Do they play the Gophers at Minnesota later in the year? Is that maybe the scenario
you
that's
can do
unfolding
both
here?
Yeah, you can do both.
I will double check. I believe they play twice.
You're not going to double. You're not.
Yes, I am going to do it right
Very
now.
fair.
No, you won't.
But only
Owen
one
will.
time
No,
for the
Owen do
Huskers and the Badgers in the volleyball.
Yeah, only one meeting this year for Wisconsin-Nebraska volleyball.
We're out of time. I'll save my question that I have for tomorrow's volleyball match for tomorrow. But I think it's a good one. So that's a 1 day ahead tease that you'll have to wait for the payoff tomorrow. Instead, what you get from us is another reminder to play Prize Picks.
Indeed, and it is the best time of the year to be on Prize Picks. You got every sport you could possibly want. Baseball playoffs still going, at least for another night. You got regular season football, you got NBA, you got NHL. You have it all, and it's simple to play, more or less. Pretty simple. On at least 2 player stats, get your picks right, you cash in. Prize Picks offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. And if you want to pick more, Giannis, Steph, Austin Reeves last night with, I think, a 50. He has just been on fire. You have everything you're looking for. They also offer injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Join millions of users. Sign up for America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that is code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play that first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good
to be right. We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and when it comes to my home, I want a team that I can trust, and that's Lifetime Home Services. From cleaner air and radon safety to custom closets and electrical work, they do it all under one roof. What I'm most excited about right now is their epoxy floors. They make your garage clean, durable, and organized, with shelving and storage to get everything off the floor. For over 30 years, families have trusted Lifetime Home Services to make their homes safer and better looking. Trusted solution, lifetime results. Schedule today at lifetimehomeservices.com.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Short, sweet, and to the point. That's how I'd describe head coach Matt LaFleur and his slew of injury updates given prior to Wednesday's practice as the Packers get ready for the Panthers on Sunday. On kicker Bandon McManus.
McManus will kick today.
On wide receiver Dontavian Wicks dealing with a calf injury.
He will not practice today.
And on Lucas Van Ness, the defensive end, dealing with a foot injury.
It's still kind of day by day, and we'll see where he's at.
And finally, LaFleur on second-year running back Marshawn Lloyd, who has not played this season due to a hamstring injury. Does he anticipate him to return anytime soon?
No, I wouldn't count on that anytime soon.
There you have it. That's the latest. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Little by little, some banks are pecking away at your balance with fees on their checking. You need an account with no monthly fee. Make the switch to Tri-City. Tri-City National Bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome to Jackpot Land, this fall at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all fall to win your share of thousands in prizes each month and earn entries into the big December Jackpot Land prize drawings. Your October, November, and December entries all count. Win thousands in cash or reward play. Welcome to Jackpot Land, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Is back pain slowing you down? When it comes to spine care, you need specialized expertise. At the OAW Spine Center, their orthopedic care specialists provide the highest level of care for everything from herniated discs to spinal fusion. They start with the most conservative, non-surgical treatments like physical therapy and injections. If surgery is needed, minimally invasive procedures at the OAW Spine Center will get you back on your feet faster. With a focus on treating the source of the problem, they take a comprehensive, active approach to spine health, getting you back to the life you love. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit OAWSpineCenter.com. That's OAWSpineCenter.com.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.